a good teammate. It's time for high school football, presented by Sarshone Auto Group on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network. The best Stark County football is heard right here all season long. Whether you're in a car, at home, or on the go, the action is live on Q92 and streaming on the Q92 Facebook page, X, and our YouTube channel. Now, let's take you live to the stadium and our broadcast team for tonight's kickoff on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network.
Here they go! Touchdown!
Buddy in here to somehow week 10 of high school football here on the Q92 Sports Network. And tonight, Derek Dimon and myself find ourselves out here in beautiful Salem, Ohio at SIBO Field as we are getting ready on Rivalry Week. If you're watching on YouTube right now, as you can see, and there are a few rivals that are as good as Salem and West Branch. This is a great rivalry, and we're hoping for a fun game here tonight between two teams that are playoff bound. Both these teams will be playing in the playoffs, and the question is, where will Salem be going, and will West Branch have a bye in week one? That is something that Derek and I will dive into a little bit and kind of give the best information we can as this broadcast goes on. But welcome as the Salem band is coming in here, and what is a cool fall evening here towards the end of October, but still going to be a nice night for high school football. And tonight, your game, like I said, West Branch and Salem here on the Q92 Sports Network, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. Here in the pregame, here just like all season long, we got a couple things for you. First, as you know, we are part of the Q92 Sports Network. That means another Score 7 area high school football games tonight right here on the Q92 Sports Network. And we're going to give you previews of all 7 of those games. Next, we're going to head on over to the Q92 Coaches Corner. Derek had a chance to speak with Coach Johnson and Coach Cooper before the game. We'll let you hear those conversations, and then we'll be getting you set for kickoff here tonight. Again, it is a rivalry game. Now, the EBC is locked up by West Branch, a league that Coach Cooper has won every year he's been a head coach. Another fun fact, nugget for this game tonight, Coach Cooper has never lost an EBC conference game. Interesting. But Salem and their quarterback, Monroy, their senior quarterback, who can kill you with his arm and his legs, they'd love to have an upset here in these seniors' final home game in Salem here tonight. Going to be a fun one. We're looking forward to it. We are looking forward to it tonight. It is Salem and West Branch here on the Q92 Sports Network. We are going to take our first break of the evening. And when we come back, we will get into our game previews of tonight's game between West Branch and Salem. This is high school football right here on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Or are you finally retiring and need to process your Medicare enrollment? You don't need to figure this out on your own. Call the Barnes Agency on Route 62 in Damascus for a free consultation to help you navigate through the process. Call a local agency you can trust to help you get the coverage and benefits you need. Call or text 330-537-9922 or find us online at tbamedicare.com.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back, everyone, to the pregame show here as we're getting you set for West Branch and Salem here in Salem, Ohio, as the captains about to meet at midfield for the coin toss. Now let's get into our previews of all the awesome games this week. Again, it is rivalry week, so all these games, a lot of times, the records go out the door. It's all about those bragging rights, especially if you're a senior on those teams. Let's start you out over the Pac-7. Tuslaw and Fairless playing for the coveted Blue Cup tonight. Ryan Keller has the call of that game. Let's get you a preview of Tuslaw and Fairless.
Welcome to the final week of the high school football regular season. Week 10, rivalry week. And we're at Fairless High School for the Pac-7 matchup between the Massillon-Tuslaw Mustangs and the Fairless Falcons as they clash for the coveted Blue Cup and a shot at the postseason. The Fairless Falcons, holding a 4-5 record, come in with momentum after snapping a 4-game skid with a dramatic 22-21 overtime victory against Northwest. Quarterback Mikey Retterbeck connected on a 20-yard touchdown pass and then ran in the game-winning 2-point conversion. The Falcons will look to carry that energy into tonight's matchup. Meanwhile, the Tuslaw Mustangs, with a 3-6 record, are hungry for revenge after a 14-10 loss to Fairless last season. Despite falling to Canton South last week, the Mustangs' running game, led by Nate Eberhard, has been a consistent force. Tuslaw has not won the Blue Cup against Fairless since 2018, and the Mustangs are trying to stop a Pac-7 losing streak that dates back to 2022. This rivalry has been incredibly close over the years, with Fairless holding a narrow series lead. But tonight, everything is on the line. The winner keeps their playoff hopes alive, while the loser is eliminated. It's more than just a trophy. It's about extending the season. Don't miss the epic finale to the regular season tonight. Join me, Ryan Keller. Kickoff set, 7 o'clock on the Q92 YouTube channel. It's Tuslaw versus Fairless for the Blue Cup.
There you go, the coveted Blue Cup. We've been bringing you that game for years. This year is no exception. That's going to be a fun one for you guys to hear. Next, we're going to head on over to the IVC, where it's the Battle of the Hornets tonight. Malvern and East Canton, both teams in Division 7 playoff bound, but both teams fighting, of course, for their rivals, to beat their rival, but also for playoff positioning and possibly a bye in round one. Let's get you a preview right now of Malvern and East Canton from Matt Corrali.
Rivalry Week is one of the biggest highlights of the year in Ohio high school football, and the Q92 Sports Network has 8 games over the next 2 days of Week 10 action for you. One of them comes with major playoff implications in the IVC, as it's win and you're in for the East Canton Hornets. They're 7-2 on the year and are coming off a 35-6 win at Buckeye Trail. It's their 3rd W in a row, as they've outscored their opponents by a total of 91-9 in that stretch. Offensively, expect the name Aiden Stevens to be said a lot tonight. He has 59 catches on the year, the second most in the area. And defensively, they have a front that can get to the quarterback. 3 players come into tonight's game with 5 or more sacks in 2025. On the other sideline, it's the Malvern Hornets hitting the road with a 6-3 record and in all likelihood will clinch a home playoff game next week with a win. They're coming off a 56-16 home victory versus Tuscarora Central Catholic to get them in the postseason. Malvern's high-power offense is led by the leader in rushing and rushing touchdowns in Greater Canton, Julius Gore. He's totaled just under 1,100 yards on the ground and has amassed 16 touchdowns. They also have the receiver that has the 3rd most receptions in the area in the form of Roy Simmons with 55. These two teams have met every year in rivalry week since 2020. Malvern is a perfect 5-0 in those matchups. Who will bring the sting tonight? Find out at 7 o'clock right here on the Q92 Sports Network with Robert Coleman and I. From Obet Stadium in East Canton, Matt Corrali, the Q92 Sports Network.
Who will bring the sting, says Matt Corrali. Fantastic alliteration right there. You got to love that. All right, next up, we are going to head over to the Federal League in a big game between Lake and Green. Lake, of course, is going to the playoffs. They are clinched. Green is not out yet. They don't control their own destiny, but a win over a currently 2-seed Lake team tonight would give them a ton of points and might be enough to get them in the playoffs. It's going to be a big game tonight over in Green, and let's get a preview of that game right now from Jay Wilhelm.
It's rivalry week, which means the 5-4 Jackson Polar Bears.
Good evening, everyone. It is week 10, rivalry week of this 2025 Ohio high school football season on the Q92 Sports Network, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. Some are playing for pride. Some are playing for playoff seeding. Some are still playing to get into the playoffs, and some are playing for all of the above. Either way, you better bring it so you can finish off the regular season right. I'm Jay Wilhelm, and I'm live inside Memorial Stadium in Green for the Battle of 619 as the Green Bulldogs face off against the visiting Lake Blue Streaks here tonight. Lake comes in with a record of 7-2, 3-2 in conference play. Those 2 losses have come in the last 3 weeks as they have hit the toughest stretch in their schedule, and it doesn't get any easier tonight against a very hot Green team. The Blue Streaks have already clinched a playoff spot as they sit in the top 4 of Division II Region 5, and they will look to keep that position or better it here tonight. The Green Bulldogs enter this evening sitting at 4-5, 2-3 in conference play. Don't let that record fool you, as Green has popped off 3 straight wins against Glen Oak, Louisville, and at Perry, respectively. Once they got healthy, they have found their groove behind quarterback Tyson Hunka and running back Evan Reed. They will look to finish their regular season as strong as anyone here tonight. Join myself and my broadcast partner, Mike Voorhees, on Q92radiosports.com as kickoff is scheduled for 7 p.m. Blue Streaks versus Bulldogs in this Federal League rivalry. Live from Memorial Stadium in Green, I'm Jay Wilhelm with the Q92 Sports Network.
Thank you, Jay, for that preview of Lake and Green. We're going to take a break. When we come back, let you hear from the other 3 games we'll be bringing you here tonight on the Q92 Sports Network. Another Score 7 here at Week 10. But your game tonight kicking off here in about 20 minutes. It is going to be Salem and West Branch. Looking forward to bringing you that game here on the Q92 Sports Network.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
This Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network, it's the biggest high school football game of the year. Brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. It's the Massillon Tigers traveling to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium to take on their arch rivals, the Canton McKinley Bulldogs. Clint Scroggs, Ryan Keller, and Ryan Bevere will bring you all the action live from the Hall of Fame city. But the action starts early with our special Massillon McKinley pregame show brought to you by Sarda that kicks off at 10 a.m. Hosted by Sam Berkwin and Ryan Keller, live from the Hall of Fame Village and the Gridiron Gastropub. From 10 to 1:45, Sam and Ryan will get you ready for kickoff with an all-star lineup of guests and interviews from Massillon and McKinley legends past and present.
Tune in to hear us talk to Canton Mayor William Shear along with Massillon Mayor Jamie Slutz. We'll also have former Massillon Tiger head coach and current Warren Harding athletic director Rick Shepis, along with former McKinley player and coach Antonio Hall. We'll also be joined by former Massillon Tiger and current Ohio State assistant coach Devin Jordan and former McKinley quarterback and current Chicago Bear Dominique Robinson.
Massillon versus McKinley. This Saturday at 2. Coverage starts at 10 a.m. Only on Q92 and streaming live on the Q92 Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. The Q92 Sports Network, your home for the greatest rivalry in high school football.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, we are back at your pregame show, getting you ready for West Branch and Salem on rivalry week here in an EBC matchup. Back to our previews of the other games you can hear on the Q92 Sports Network here tonight. Next, let's head back to the Pac-7 for another big matchup here tonight as Akron-Manchester who has some playoff hopes still alive, taking on already clinched playoff spot Northwest Indians. That's going to be a fun one. Mike Dixon has the call of that game. Let's get a preview of Northwest and Manchester.
Welcome to Rivalry Week, live from Manchester High School, home of the Panthers. It's Week 10, the final week for the regular season. We have a massive crosstown rivalry with Northwest Indians taking on the Manchester Panthers in this Pac-7 showdown. The Northwest Indians come into Week 10 5-3 and 4-1 in the Pac-7, and with a Week 10 win, can win the Pac-7 title. They're sitting at 8th in their region for the OHSA computer ranking, securing a playoff spot for the 25 playoff season. The Indians lost in Week 9, 21-22 in overtime to a tough Fairless team. Running back Joey Medor leads this Northwest offense with 762 yards, 107 receiving yards, and 6 touchdowns. Also leading the team is Logan Allman at wide receiver with 387 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. Braden Venables, the quarterback, has 901 passing yards, 6 touchdowns, but 9 interceptions. The Manchester Panthers are 6-3 and 3-2 in the Pac-7 and are currently sitting in 10th in the playoff rankings, trying to hold on to a playoff spot. Senior Tyler Pappas has been Manchester's signal caller all season with 1,360 yards and 18 touchdowns and only 6 interceptions. Aiden Mead leads the running backs with 832 yards on 102 carries and 7 touchdowns. Philip Parton has 434 yards and 5 touchdowns on 51 carries. And with a trio of receivers over 300 yards, Jake Livingston 382 yards, Noah Lane has 355 yards, and Malachi Cintron has 314 yards, are the leaders of this Manchester's balanced offense. The final week is set. Northwest and Manchester renew this Pac-7 rivalry. Join myself, Mike Dixon, and Ryan Rowland, 7 p.m. kickoff on Q92 Sports Network.
All right, thank you for that preview of Northwest and Manchester by Mike Dixon. Next up, we are going to head over to Marlington for another EBC rivalry matchup between Alliance and Marlington. Sam Berkwin has the call of that game. Let's get you a preview of Alliance and Marlington.
Well, tonight here at Marlington, it is rivalry weekend between the Alliance Aviators and the Marlington Dukes. The Dukes come in with a record of 3-6 out of playoff contention, but they have fought hard all season long for head coach Joe Cardinal. They've had a rash of injuries. Cam Evidence out with a broken arm almost the last month and some other key pieces along the way, but their young freshman quarterback has had a pretty nice year. The sky's the limit for the young fella, and he'll be getting better and better each and every night he goes out to play. Meanwhile, the Alliance Aviators, what a year they've had, 7-2, a tremendous group of seniors. You know the names, J.R. Jackson, Tajay Nicholson, Ravon Hawkins, Johnny Belts, Michael Williams, Cam Burton, Jaron Baird, Alex Hartman, just to name a few. Coach Goodman very proud of his young men, and they're getting ready for the postseason no matter what happens here tonight against Marlington. Now, speaking of that postseason, the Aviators in a little bit of a tricky spot here now. They are in 6th place with a record of 7-2. They are just in front of Geneva, and they are right behind Chagrin Falls Kenston. So a win tonight, they're in for sure. Maybe a bye. If they lose, they could fall as far as 12. Then they'd have to go on the road. But it's all about tonight. It's all about the rivalry. The Marlington Dukes hosting the Alliance Aviators. Join myself and Caleb Norick with the call tonight at 7 o'clock right here on AM 1310 WDPN.
All right, thank you for that preview, Sam, of Alliance and Marlington. Now time for our final preview for the game tonight, and that is our Sarshone Auto Group Game of the Week. That is Jackson and Hoover. Clint Scroggs has the call of that game, and let's get a preview of Jackson and Hoover.
It's rivalry week, which means the 5-4 Jackson Polar Bears visit the 7-2 North Canton Hoover Vikings. Jackson had its hot streak extinguished in a 40-9 pounding at home for McKinley last week. Despite the setback, the number 6 Polar Bears clinched a home playoff game in Region 1. Jackson senior running back Corey Jacobs was held in check by the Bulldogs along with most of his teammates, gaining only 51 yards, but it was within 33 yards of 1,000 for the season, despite not moving to the backfield until week 3. He's second in the Federal League with 16 touchdowns. Senior quarterback Lucas Eckerman returned from injury last week, but was held to 183 yards passing on 13 of 29 and was under constant pressure. Jackson's defense was torched for 481 yards last week, including 316 and 3 touchdowns through the air. Junior D lineman Reese Myers has a team-high 5 sacks. He had 7 tackles, a sack, and 2 tackles for loss versus McKinley. Max Cowles has become a weapon last week, compiling 197 total yards on receiving and kickoff returns. Hoover dropped a tough 20-14 decision at Lake. For the second straight week, the Vikings failed on multiple chances to score the winning points. 4 passes from the 9-yard line dropped incomplete in the final seconds. Senior running back Jack Andes ran a kickoff back for an 88-yard touchdown last week. He leads the league with 17 scores, 10 through the air. Senior quarterback John Collins has thrown for 13 touchdowns and run for 8. Senior middle linebacker Chase Lukens has a league-leading 18 tackles for loss along with 2 interceptions. Hoover has clinched a spot in the Division II playoffs. A win this week likely will secure a first-round home game, while a loss would not necessarily send them on the road. Jackson snapped a 4-game losing streak with a 23-20 win last year. Hoover leads the all-time series, 65-29. It's the Vikings hosting the Polar Bears at Memorial Stadium in North Canton. I'm Clint Scroggs for the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, Clint, thank you for that preview of Jackson and Hoover. We're going to take another timeout. We come back. Time to head over to the coaches' corner. Derek Dimmitt had a chance to speak with both head coaches before tonight's game. We'll let you hear those conversations when we come back. It's the pregame show as we are getting you guys set for kickoff between West Branch and Salem on the Q92 Sports Network, brought to you all season long by the Sarshone Auto Group.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Or are you finally retiring and need to process your Medicare enrollment? You don't need to figure this out on your own. Call the Barnes Agency on Route 62 in Damascus for a free consultation to help you navigate through the process. Call a local agency you can trust to help you get the coverage and benefits you need. Call or text 330-537-9922 or find us online at tbamedicare.com.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members with a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
Football fans, Mondays just got better. Join Q92 Sports Live every Monday at 11 a.m. for the Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon. Watch on our Facebook, X, and YouTube channels as legends from the high school, college, and pro football world take the mic with inspiring speeches and incredible stories. Don't miss a moment. Like, follow, and subscribe to Q92 Sports on social media and catch every Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon live every Monday at 11 on the Q92 Sports Network.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, pregame festivities still going on here for this game tonight between West Branch and Salem. Now let's over to the coaches' corner. First, Derek had a chance to speak with the head football coach of the West Branch Warriors, Coach Cooper, on another incredible regular season. Right before a rivalry game tonight as he gets ready for the playoffs. Again, let's hear Derek's conversation with Coach Cooper.
Coach Cooper, Week 10, big rivalry game here in Salem. How was the week of practice leading up?
It was a good week. It was a good week of practice. We were able to stay healthy, focus on the things that we feel like we need to do to win tonight and hopefully show that tonight.
As the standings stand right now, both teams making the playoffs, but a lot rides on this game when it comes to standings. What's the message, before the game for the team?
It's a rivalry game. There's no love lost between either team. That's for sure. So we just got to play our game, play our style of football, and we should be all right.
Then in tape study, what's something that Salem does that you're focusing on tonight?
Number one is a really good football player. So limiting his explosive plays and containing him is going to be a challenge, but that's going to be a big opportunity for us. It's a big key for us. They want to run the football, so controlling the line of scrimmage is going to be important. And then, they're very aggressive defense, so we've got to be able to take advantage of that in a number of different ways.
All right, thanks, Coach.
All right, that was Derek's conversation with Coach Cooper. Next, he had a chance to speak with the head coach of the Salem Quakers. Like we said, also playoff bound. Here's his conversation with Coach Johnson.
Coach Johnson, Week 10, welcoming West Branch in. What does it mean for your seniors to end out their career here at home?
Oh, they hope to play here again, next week. It's just they enjoy playing here. They enjoy playing Seabo Stadium. It's a great venue, and they're excited to get going tonight.
As you mentioned, both teams currently in playoff position. A lot riding on this one. With victory, you guys would likely play at home. How important is it to take each play one at a time?
Well, yeah, every play's got to be the greatest play of your life. And regardless of the outcome, you play the next one. You play it at the same intensity with the same passion they did the previous one.
And then what is something that maybe West Branch does that's different than what you've seen in the EBC from the other opponents?
Well, they throw the ball extremely well. They have multiple playmakers. They really spread the ball out to a bunch of different guys. And, they're a good football team.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, there you go. There's our conversation with Coach Johnson, as now both teams have come out on the field. And now for the first time tonight, I'll welcome in my partner, Derek Dimmitt. And Derek, like we said, EBC locked up for West Branch for another year, at least the fourth straight. I mean, Coach Cooper has yet to lose a game in this conference, but both teams making the playoffs. And when you look at a team like Salem, too, boy, a win could mean a lot as far as moving up and possibly being home next week to start the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot rides on this game. The conference, is tied up with West Branch here, but West Branch looking to put an end to Coach Cooper's reign as undefeated through his career thus far in the EBC.
And West Branch obviously wants to hold on to that bye. They want that bye, and positioning is everything. I've talked to both people from both schools tonight, and it's really all about positioning, because this is tough. When you look at that Perry team from up north in Lake County, you look at Perry, Glenville, Mentor Lake Catholic, Norton, Northwest, who we have is making the playoffs, Notre Dame Cathedral Latin, Streetsboro, who we had on the Q92 Sports Network Alliance, beat them week 2, I believe, of the season, or week 3, something like that. This is going to be a tough bracket, and obviously Glenville is going to be the favorite.
Yes.
But it's going to be tough. So positioning is interesting because, where you finish might end up giving you a tougher opponent. You know what I mean? So, and I think everyone's kind of looking at, well, where's Glenville going to end up?
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting. But you put all that into here where both teams would want to win. Both teams, again, they're in the playoffs, but both teams need to win as far as positioning, where they're going to be, how they want to be in the bracket when the tournament is released on Sunday afternoon. But you put all that aside, too. Just the fact that it's your rival, it's your backyard rival. Some of you, when your town's this close together, you guys grew up playing against each other since Pee Wee football, all through middle school, through junior high, through freshman football, through JV football, through varsity football. So it means a lot to these kids.
Yeah, absolutely. And the fans, both sides packing them in.
Yeah.
Cars still arriving here as the band plays the alma mater and the teams are out on the field. But yeah, you can feel the excitement down on the field on both sides.
And we'll be pausing for the national anthem here momentarily, as that'll be coming up next. And I was saying this before I got here. Some friends of mine, I'm a big fan of the stadium.
Absolutely.
I don't know why. It's just got kind of an old school, but it's modern feel. I like the brick old school in the one end zone. The field's beautiful. I like the stands. I even like to have on this side, they have a little bit of a hill you can sit on for fans as well. The band shell in the corner there. It's just this is a nice Ohio high school football stadium.
Yeah, it almost has a small town college football field feel. The cement stands here on the visitor side, the home side, they're elevated a little bit off of the ground. But
I feel like this would be a great playoff host site for playoffs. I mean, you've got the stands, you've got the press box on both sides. I feel like this could, as West Branch takes the field now, I feel like if I was OHSAA and Salem was willing to, we got a mascot down. Oh.
That's the last thing you want.
Yeah. All right, he's okay.
All right.
Oh, he fell, then he got trampled. Well, he's okay. He's up, so we got no injury there. But don't tell me that didn't hurt.
Absolutely.
So West Branch takes the field. Salem takes the field. For West Branch, we know the names: Grady Hurst, Jeremiah Thomas, Grady Close, Streifler, Jack Wangert. There's so many players. Damon Edwards is going to get some carries tonight. And when you think of Salem, the name that pops to your head immediately is Monroy, the 3-year starter, Cletus Monroy, who can do it on the air, can do it on the ground. And, of course, Brandon Canna, the junior running back, who's also had a great season for Salem. Those two, along with others, of course, are really going to help lead Salem here tonight. Monroy's had a great career here at Salem.
Yeah, senior night, final home game, like Coach Johnson said, trying to win this one to try to get another opportunity to play in this beautiful stadium. But a lot rides on this one for both sides. So excited to get this one underway here, and we'll have it all right here for you.
All right, getting set for kickoff here. Team is about to take the field. West Branch is going to be in their all whites, the white jerseys, white pants, green numbers, and the green helmets. They're looking slick here tonight. Salem going to come out rocking their all black uniforms, black jerseys, black pants, white numerals, the black helmets, and with the red and white stripes there on the side. So 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm ready to go. Derek's ready to go. West Branch looks like they're ready to go. So what are we doing?
I'm not quite sure.
All right, here comes Salem. All right, here we go. Salem's coming on the field. I was wondering. So the Salem Quakers taking the field. They look hyped. West Branch taking the field. They look ready. Salem's going to get the ball first. They're going to be going from right to left. Back deep for Salem is going to be number 2, Will Harmon. And the other deep guy back there will be Blake Bazin. Or I'm going to go with Beeson until someone corrects me on YouTube. Oh, that numbering font for Salem's going to annoy me. I can tell you that right now. So here we go. We're all set. Kicking off for West Branch, going to be number 41, Gavin Clemens. West Branch and Salem rivalry week. Let's do it. We are underway here in Salem, Ohio. That kick's going to be fielded by Beeson. He's up over the 10, up over the 15, gets it over the 20 or to the 20, and that's where he is pushed back by West Branch. And we are underway, and now here comes the offense, led by that senior quarterback, Cletus Monroy, who, like I said, has had a tremendous season, not just throwing the ball, but he can run as well. Again, multi-sport athlete, plays basketball for the Quakers as well. And here we go. We are underway here as we're waiting for the Salem offense to come on out. Scoreboard is deep in the corner. I'm going to have to do some peeking to be on track here. Derek's got no shot of seeing the scoreboard. He's got no shot. All right, ball on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Quakers. Monroy in shotgun. Canna on his right. Monroy sends a tight end in motion. He's going to call his own number on 1st down. Monroy up over the 25, up over the 30, up to the 34-yard line. Like I said, Monroy can do it just as much with his legs, Derek, as he can with his arm.
Yeah, and showed it right there. Quarterback draw, first play from scrimmage, runs it 12 yards for the 1st down, and putting the pressure on the West Branch defense.
1st and 10. They're putting the ball on their own 34-yard line. Salem comes out, quads to the left, receiver to the right. Now Monroy shifts and brings everyone back over. Now he's got 2 running backs on each side. Sends a receiver in motion. Turns, going to hand off to Canna for the first time. Canna cuts it up inside, up over the 35, up over the 40 to maybe the 41, maybe in the 42-yard line, depending on where they mark him. I think they're going to mark him at the 42. Nice run by Canna, the junior running back that I told you is also going to be a factor in this game.
Yeah, Canna, the junior, 5'9", 176 out of the running back position, 8 yards there on his first attempt of the night.
2nd down and 5, ball on the 41-yard line, just underway. Salem with it. 2nd down and 4. This is the first possession of the ball game. Receiver comes in motion from left to right. They're going to turn. Monroy going to keep it himself, break 1 tackle. He might get a yard. He's going to be short of the 1st down, back to the 42, so not much. Tried an RPO there. Monroy kept it himself, but not much room there.
Yeah, first 3rd down of the night, and a big opportunity for the West Branch defense to stop this drive before it gets much further and get that high-powered offense out onto the field.
All right, here we go. It is now 3rd down and 4 from their own 42-yard line. Monroy sends receiver in motion again, takes the snap. Going to be a quarterback power around the right side. Monroy gets nothing as he is driven out of bounds. Number 56, Zach Coffey. I'm convinced West Branch will never run out of coffees on any of their sports teams.
On a night like tonight, you need coffee.
You need coffee. I feel like every year I've been here for Q92 Sports doing West Branch basketball, football, I've always said the word coffee. 4th and 4 from their own 42. How about this? Coach Johnson wants to at least give the appearance. He's going for it. But now Monroy, who's also the punter, will move back here. But, he is going to call his own number, and it is not going to yeah, okay. It's not going to work. I thought the side judge was running out at first right at the line. So they tried the fake pooch punt. Monroy took it up the middle. Derek, the West Branch defense stiffened. They were not fooled at all when he dropped back in punt formation. Turnover on downs, and here comes the West Branch offense.
Yeah, that was number 57, Gavin Hang, senior defensive lineman. That was the initial wrap-up of Monroy there on that 4th down attempt, and first time we'll see the West Branch Warrior offense.
High-powered West Branch Warriors offense. Grady Hurst, what a season he has had. The yards, the touchdowns, it's been unbelievable. And he comes out 1st and 10, ball on the 42-yard line. Hurst calling his own number on 1st down. Inside the 40, down, dives around the 35-yard line. Good run on 1st down. It looks like both teams want to establish their quarterbacks in the running game here to start this game.
Yeah, it's a great option to have to not have to running it with your running back here as they'll line up Jeremiah Thomas in the backfield with Hurst.
2nd down and 3. Hurst going to turn, going to hand it off to Jeremiah Thomas. Tries to get outside, takes it out of bounds. They'll mark him at around the 31-yard line, maybe the 32-yard line. See if that's enough to move the chains. No, now they're going to back it up a little bit. So the side judge came in. He was around the 32. Now he's back to around the 34. In the backfield now for West Branch, number 44, who unfortunately I don't have on my roster. Do you have a 44?
Gavin Marshall.
Okay, so this roster can go away. We'll use this one from here on out. Gavin Marshall, the freshman. Hurst throws towards the sideline to Jeremiah Thomas. That is caught for a 1st down. Out of bounds around the 26-yard line. Nice out route towards the sideline. Good throw.
Yeah, Jeremiah Thomas had to climb the ladder a little bit for that one, but able to pull it down for the 1st down. First down for the Warriors tonight.
All right, West Branch already lined back up here, ready to go. 1st and 10. Hurst to pass, throws it. It is complete inside the 15, down to the 5-yard line. Still fighting. He'll go down around the 4. It'll be 1st and goal for West Branch. That pass caught by number 4. That is, hold on, I'll find the right roster. There it is. That is Lucas Black with the catch. So Lucas Black, West Branch already lined up here to go.
Yeah, already in the RG Drag red zone here. First, as Jeremiah Thomas lines up at quarterback.
As he does this in the Wildcat when they're in the red zone. Jeremiah Thomas in shotgun. Salem showing blitz from the outside. Jeremiah going to take it himself, cut it up inside, dive towards the end zone, and gets it in. Touchdown, West Branch. Jeremiah Thomas gives West Branch the early lead in tonight's game.
Yeah, it's been a name that EBC fans have heard for the past 4 years. Jeremiah Thomas, whether it's through the air, throwing the ball as a receiver or running it on the ground, he finds that end zone.
On to attempt the extra point for the Warriors. Be Clemens. Clemens' kick is up. Clemens' kick is good. So, your new score now with 8:40 left to go in the first quarter is West Branch up early, 7-0. We'll be back with the kickoff. This is high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group right here on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
We are back here, Salem, Ohio, where it's 7-0 now. West Branch on top as their defense got a stop on downs on Salem's first possession. And then offensively, they just went right down the field, and West Branch did what West Branch does on that one. Plenty of Jeremiah Thomas and Brady Hurst. 7-0. Salem about to get the ball back here with 8:40 left to go in the first quarter. A couple of scores from around the area while we have a second. Let me see here. Alliance up 7-0 on Marlington, and Jackson up 7-0 on Hoover in the first quarter. A couple of early scores in the ball game. So we're not the only game that's got a quick early score. Back deep again for Salem. Number 20, Blake Beeson. And number 2, Will Harmon. Here comes the kickoff. It's a good kickoff. Could be fielded around the 5-yard line. Here comes Beeson up over the 10, up over the 15. Nowhere to really go. Gets to maybe the 16-yard line, and that is it. Tackle on the play by number 86 for West Branch. That is Landon Coffey. Another. Told you. Told you. Unending supply of coffee in Beloit, Ohio. All right, 7-0. Back out will come Monroy and this offense for Salem, who got a couple first downs before stalling out on the first drive here. Down 7-0.
Yeah, I haven't seen Monroy attempt a pass yet, but on the ground, a couple big gains.
1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. He's got Canna with him back there. Send the tight end in motion. Turn. They're going to hand it off to Canna. He's going to try look for a hole. He takes it up to about the 20-yard line on 1st and 10. He'll gain him about 2 or 3. Make it a second down at about 7 for the Quakers. Again, both teams will be playing in the playoffs this year. Simply a matter of, for Salem, will they be at home or on the road next week? And West Branch, will they get a bye or not? But both teams will be going to the 2025 postseason. 2nd down and 7. Monroy in shotgun. He'll throw for the first time tonight. Looks back, throws it out in the flat. Goes over the head of his intended receiver. That was Xander Kinsey, who was open out there, but that pass sailed incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd down for the Salem Quakers.
Yeah, Kinsey, a 5'8" freshman. That pass a little high on the attempt.
8:02 left to go in the first quarter. It's 7-0. West Branch on top of Salem here. They'll break the huddle here. 3rd and 7 from their own 20. Twins left, Twins right. Canna back there in shotgun with Monroy. Monroy takes the snap. Setting up a screen for Canna. They got it to him, but West Branch has it covered as Canna will get maybe to the 22. That'll be it. West Branch saw that screen coming. They shut that down. And that's going to be 4th down now. And 7 for the Salem Quakers. So that drive stalls out. And I got a feeling this time Monroy is going to punt.
Yeah, this
from his own 20.
Deep in their own territory.
There's the snap. Here comes the punt from Monroy. It goes over the head of Jeremiah Thomas. Going to take a decent bounce. Jeremiah thought about it, then thought better of it. It'll die around the 21-yard line, and that is where West Branch will take over for the second time tonight. So the West Branch defense early on looking good, forcing a turnover on downs and a punt, and now West Branch's offense is back out here with a 7-0 lead, looking to extend that with their second drive of the evening here. There is 7:23 left to go here in the first quarter. Total yards so far right now, 44 for West Branch, 25 for the Quakers. They put that on the screen. I know you can't see it. Derek has no visual of the scoreboard tonight. 1st and 10, ball on the 21-yard line. Hurst in shotgun. Looks over the defense. Takes it. Going to turn. Hand it off to the big man. That is number 37, Damon Edwards. He is a big boy. the junior. He is 6'2", 220, and he looks 6'2".
Yeah.
And 220. Some guys just see that and you go, him. I'm like, no, he is. He absolutely is.
Yeah, that's what they list Great Hurst at as well. And
They don't look the same, do they?
Yeah.
They do not look the same. 6:56, clock running first quarter. West Branch is up 7-0, and with it, Hurst has trips to the right, receiver to the left. Hurst back to pass, has a pocket, throws it out to Jeremiah Thomas, up around the 25, up around the 30. 35 gets out of bounds around maybe the 36, 37-yard line. Jeremiah Thomas getting things done as always. What a career he has had at West Branch. In his time here, he has been a prolific receiver. He's played quarterback for about 90% of last year as well. This year going back to his wide receiver, but he's just had an amazing career here at West Branch.
Yeah, playmaker. Any way you can get the ball into your hands, Coach Cooper has.
1st and 10 on their own 37-yard line. Hurst in shotgun. Hurst going to turn. RPO, he's going to keep it up over the 40, 45, 50, 45 out of bounds near the 40-yard line. Hurst signals first down. Grady Hurst, the junior quarterback, who will be back next season for West Branch. Think about it, he'll probably be the most senior quarterback in the conference back next year.
Yeah.
With Monroy, J.R. Jackson leaving, Minerva and Marlington bringing back their sophomore starting quarterbacks next year. Hurst in shotgun now. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line of Salem. Hurst turns. Going to hand it off this time to Edwards. Edwards fights forward. He'll take it down to, looks like they'll give him the 36-yard line. Edwards, the junior as well. This thing with this West Branch team, Coach Cooper, they just reload. The next group comes up, and they're ready to go. That's how well he coaches these players.
Yeah, these playoff runs are great because it gives those younger underclassmen a few extra weeks of practice that if the season ends after 10 weeks, they're missing out.
6 minutes left to go in the first quarter. 7-0 West Branch over Salem, and West Branch in Salem territory again on the 36-yard line. Hurst takes the snap, has a nice pocket, looking, wants to take a shot, throws it out. Diving catch by Jeremiah Thomas. That is caught. We'll see where they mark it.
I think it went through his
Oh, did he drop that?
Yeah, we kind of have a glare off of the turf from the stadium lights, but
okay,
yeah,
so incomplete pass.
Went through his hands.
You know,
so.
one of the things too that helps West Branch so much is when these games, because they have a lot of running clocks here. Yes. Let's be honest. But when Cooper puts in his backups, they still run the offense.
Absolutely.
And they coach their second string and third team. They're not just in like, yeah, go get some time. They coach them up, and that's why you see every new year with the graduations of stars, new ones are ready to go here for West Branch. All right, 3rd down and 8 for West Branch. Going to call his own number. Hurst inside the 35, dives down to around the 31-yard line. Well, they'll mark him, and that'll be 4th down for West Branch with 5:36 left to go here in the first quarter, up 7-0 here on the Q92 Sports Network, and I got a feeling West Branch is going to go for this.
Yeah, they're kind of in that in-between area here, too far for a field goal attempt, too close for a punt, so we'll keep the offense out there.
4th and 3 from the 31-yard line of Salem. Hurst has 2 receivers to each side, and they just got Salem to jump. Hunter Markham, the junior outside linebacker, who was coming on a blitz, goes offsides, and that's going to make it a 1st down for West Branch. A critical error for the Salem defense here, as you never want to give West Branch extra plays.
Absolutely, and tried to guess the snap count there, thinking that West Branch would go with a quick count to try to catch the defense off guard, and tried to come in on the blitz and got caught in the neutral zone.
Now it's 1st and 10, ball on the 26-yard line for West Branch. They're up 7-0 here in the first quarter with 5 minutes left to go, and they're driving again. Hurst in shotgun. Sends J.R. Thomas in motion from left to right. Hurst now back to pass, has a pocket, wants to take a shot towards the end zone. He's taking it, looking for Jeremiah Thomas. Incomplete pass, no flag. I was waiting to see if they were going to throw one. They did not. Incomplete pass.
Yeah, there's definitely some contact down there, but the referee deemed that it was incidental.
I didn't think it was too egregious.
Right,
It was enough where if you would have called it out, like, okay. But you knew from the second Hurst dropped back, there was one place he wanted to go with that football. Stops the clock with 4:50 left to go. 2nd down and 10. West Branch has it on the Salem 26-yard line. Hurst going to call his own number again inside the 30, inside the 25, down near the 20-yard line. Another good run on an RPO by Grady Hurst, who early on has seemed to make the right decision on every RPO that's been called.
Yeah, West Branch offense been able to move down the field, but the Salem defense has been putting some hard hits on the ball carriers here. Grady Hurst has taken a few hits at the end of his rush attempts thus far in the first quarter.
Yep, they're going to have Jeremiah Thomas at quarterback right now. They'll do this. They especially like to do it deep in their opponent's territory. So now Hurst actually has split out to the left on 3rd down and 5. Jeremiah Thomas in shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to roll out to his left. He's going to try to run it outside, inside the 20. Gets it, goes out of bounds around the 16-yard line maybe, or the 17-yard line.
Yeah, he's close to that line to gain, but I think he's about
a
yard
little short. And he went out of bounds before he really had to. It seemed like from my angle, from my vantage point too. But it's going to bring up 4th down and 2 for West Branch, and you know they're going to go for it. Grady Hurst directing traffic right now. We're at 4 minutes exactly left in the first quarter. And what are we going to have now? A timeout? Yep. Timeout by West Branch because West Branch wants to talk things over. And that, of course, means for the first time today, we can talk about Friends and Family Credit Union.
Yeah.
Timeout.
Time to bring a friend into the family.
Absolutely. So, first timeout of the afternoon for the West Branch Warriors as a 4th down is coming up. So they want to make sure they have the right play, have everything in there that they need.
When you bring in and out, switch out substitutions as often as West Branch does with some of their skilled positions and, moving quarterbacks around a little bit with Jeremiah Thomas lining up, Grady Hurst lining up. Good to take this time out here, 4th and 1, make sure everyone knows their assignment and try to extend this drive.
Total yards, I'll say it again because Derek can't see the scoreboard. 97 for West Branch, 25 for Salem so far. All right, here's the situation. 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. West Branch is up 7-0 over Salem. West Branch has it 4th and 2 on the 18-yard line of Salem. They're in the RG Drake red zone again. 4th and 2. Jeremiah Thomas in the backfield with Grady Hurst. You've got to watch them both. Now there goes Jeremiah out in the flat. Hurst going to call his own number, try to get the first down, cuts back, takes it inside the 15. He'll have it down near the 11-yard line. So move the chains. West Branch for the second time here tonight converts on a 4th down, make it 1st down and 10, ball on the 12-yard line. So they can still get another first down before they score here in the RG Drake red zone. 3:40 left to go in the first quarter. Lots of subs. Now coming out of running back Gavin Marshall, the freshman running back. We saw him a week or two ago, and boy, is he fast. As he'll be in the backfield with Hurst. 2 receivers to each side for Hurst. 1st and 10. Takes the snap. Back to pass. Hurst eludes the pressure. Gets it out to Gavin, the freshman, who takes it. Cuts back inside the 10, inside the 5. He's going to take it in for the touchdown. On cue, Gavin Marshall, the freshman, running back, wide receiver, takes it in for a touchdown. West Branch extends their lead in the first quarter.
Yeah, on the right halfback screen there, looked like he was going to get wrapped up around the 8 or 9 yard line. He put on a juke move and was able to scoot past the defender into the end zone.
On to attempt the extra point. His second one of the night is Gavin Clemens, the senior kicker. There's the snap, low snap, but it's taken by the holder. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So your new score with 3:12 left to go in the first quarter. West Branch on top of Salem by a score of 14-0. You're listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group right here on the Q92 Sports Network.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Or are you finally retiring and need to process your Medicare enrollment? You don't need to figure this out on your own. Call the Barnes Agency on Route 62 in Damascus for a free consultation to help you navigate through the process. Call a local agency you can trust to help you get the coverage and benefits you need. Call or text 330-537-9922 or find us online at tbamedicare.com.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back. West Branch on top, in control early on in this football game by a score of 14-0. They've scored in their first 2 possessions of the ball game here on the Q92 Sports Network. Thank you guys, whether you're a West Branch fan or a Salem fan, for checking us out here tonight on the Q92 Sports Network, Q92radiosports.com, and the Q92 Radio YouTube channel, where your score is 14-0. Salem about to get the ball for the 3rd time here in the first quarter. West Branch to kick it off. Clemens will kick it off. Back deep again will be Beeson and Will Harmon standing around their 5-yard line. Here's the kickoff. It'll be taken by Harmon. Here he comes up over the 15, looking for the wall. Found it a little bit up over the 20. He'll get it to the 25-yard line, and that's where Salem will take over. And Cletus Monroy in this offense will come back out for the 3rd time tonight. So far, their possessions, they turned it over on downs, and then they have also went 3 and out. We have an injured player down for West Branch right now. I want to say that's number 15 for the Warriors, Drew Casper. But he's up on his own power. He got up quick.
Yeah. Good to see.
Absolutely. So Casper, whatever is shook up, he's good to go. They'll come over here on the sidelines and check on him. All right, Salem comes out here now. 3:07 left to go here in the first quarter. They trail 14-0. This is when you're playing a team like West Branch. You know they're not going to take their foot off the gas, so you want to get something established and going here offensively.
Yeah, only 1 first down thus far for Salem, and it was on the first play from scrimmage, so looking to get that offense going.
I formation. They handed off to Canna on first down. Canna somehow broke free and fell forward for a couple yards when that should have been a loss. As he falls almost to the 30-yard line, that's going to end up being a 5-yard gain on what should have been nothing. He was stumped at the line.
Yeah, did a great job of keeping his legs moving and falling forward, getting 5 yards there on that first down.
The old I formation in high school football. They're back in it again. What is this, 1997? They're going to turn again, hand it off to Canna. Canna goes forward again after hitting the initial wall. 2 impressive runs by Canna. They're still pushing back there. I think the refs probably should have blown that dead.
Yeah.
But he's going to take it to the 34-yard line. So that'll set up a 3rd and short. What are your thoughts of Coach Johnson pulling out the I formation here after the first 2 possessions? He wants that fullback extra blocker in there now.
Yeah, it's mano-a-mano. They're going right up the gut on these 2 runs, and Brandon Canna, the junior running back, doing his best effort to try to will the Quakers to a first down here.
All right, 3rd down and 1. Single back now, 2 tight ends. 1 tight end goes in motion. Monroy going to call his own number. He should get the first down. He'll take it up over the 35. They'll mark him up at the 38-yard line. Actually, maybe the 39-yard line. First down for Salem with 1:44 left to go in the first quarter. So Salem gets the first down here. We'll see if that gets them going here. As they get the call in. We'll get you a couple score updates after this play as well. Monroy in the pistol formation. Twins to his right, tight end to his right. Canna behind him, and it looks like someone from Salem might have moved. False start on the Quakers. There's been 2 penalties in this first quarter. Both have been on Salem. Score updates real quick here. End of the first quarter, Lake up 3-0 on Green, and end of the first, Malvern 6, East Canton nothing, as those games are already at the end of the first quarter. End of our first quarter is coming up here shortly as well. So now 1st and 15 for Salem. They're going to come out in that same formation. Twins right. Now Monroy moving his tight end where he wants him. It's going to be the pistol formation. Canna behind Monroy. Receiver comes in motion. They fake the jet action sweep. They give it to Canna. Canna tries to go outside. This time he's got nowhere to go. He is hit and thrown backwards by that defense for West Branch. As that's probably going to be a loss.
Yeah, about a loss of 1 there. That was Zach Coffey, who called his name earlier there again on the stop there at the line of scrimmage.
So 35 seconds left to go. It's going to be now 2nd down and 16 for Salem here. Salem down 14-0 with it here. This is their third possession of the first quarter. They're going to come out now. 4 wide receivers at least to start. To the left, receiver to the right, Monroy in shotgun by himself. Back to pass. He will throw it out of this. Gets it to his receiver up near the 40-yard line. That is going to be caught by, is that Owen Davidson, number 14, I believe. Yes, Owen Davidson, number 14, his first catch. As that will take us, I believe, to the end of the first quarter, and it will. So we've played one quarter of football. The score 14-0. West Branch on top of Salem. Salem will have the ball, 3rd and 9 when we come back. This is high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back here to Salem, Ohio, where the Quakers trail West Branch by a score of 14-0. Salem has the football right now, and they have it 3rd and 9 on their own 39-yard line, trying to keep this drive going here. Derek Dimmitt, Christian Bigglesworth here with you tonight. Thank you for having us on. Checking us out at Q92radiosports.com. If you're checking us out on YouTube, thank you. All right, here we go. 3rd and 9. Monroy in shotgun. Trips left. Going to call his own number around the left side. Oh, flags all over the place. Going to be a holding. Monroy will take off, get it up over the 45. That'll be just short of the first down. But all indications are it's probably going to be a holding, and it is a holding on Salem, their third penalty of the first half. It looks like Coach Cooper says, yeah, I'll accept that.
Yeah, their holding penalty will push them back. It will remain through 3rd down, so some would have declined the penalty, bring up 4th down, but Coach Cooper playing the field position game here wants to push the Quakers back 10 yards.
11:54 left to go in the first half. It's now going to be 3rd and 20 for Salem as they'll roll the clock here. Not a lot of 3rd and 20 plays in the playbook, but we'll see what Coach Johnson has for Monroy. He's going to come out in shotgun, going to put Trips over to the left, receiver to the right, Canna back there with him in shotgun. West Branch looks like they're going to play coverage on this one. Monroy going to turn, hand it off to Canna. Canna cuts it back, takes it up over the 30, up over the 35 to around the 36-yard line. And that'll bring up 4th down for the Quakers, who'll most likely have to punt it again here after penalties ruined what started off as maybe a promising drive here for Salem. Monroe line up in shotgun, but he'll drop back eventually to that punt formation. Did very dangerous Jeremiah Thomas standing back around his 30. They did go for it out of this formation, but I don't think they're going to do it this time. Monroy will be punting probably from around his 30-yard line as West Branch almost jumped off sides. Kind of lucky they didn't get called for that one. Monroy takes it, will punt it. That punt's going to be high, and Jeremiah Thomas says it's out of bounds, and it is very much out of bounds. We'll see where the officials mark it.
Landed on the track here behind the West.
Oh, no, it went out of bounds. Over the sideline. So, oh, boy, the ref is still walking up. Oh,
geez.
He goes all the way up to the 41-yard line. So the 41-yard line is where West Branch will come out with the football here on offense. Wow. That I did not know. 14-0 West Branch on top of Salem. West Branch has the ball on their own 41-yard line to start, and their offense is already out there. They're just waiting on the refs to blow the whistle. They're ready to go.
One quick score update. Manchester 14, Northwest 0.
Interesting. Again, Northwest in the same division and region as West Branch. Those two teams could end up linking up at some point. Northwest will be playing next week in the playoffs. Hurst in shotgun, 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Hurst back to pass on 1st down. looking, wants to take a shot, will take a shot, is looking for his receiver. That is incomplete. Are they going to throw the flag? No. That was intended for Drake Streffler. I kind of thought that was pretty blatant.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Ref was a little behind the play. I don't think he had the best angle there to make that call, but well,
interesting.
Incomplete is the call on the field, so
that's
brings
what
up
it is.
second.
So that's what it is. I would have probably thrown the flag.
Yeah.
10:44 left, second down and 10 for West Branch. Hurst in shotgun. Now he's got the freshman Gavin Marshall on his left hip. Trips right, receivers to the left. Hurst looks over the defense. Salem showing blitz from the linebacker. They will. RPO. Hurst going to keep it himself, do a spin move, and take it up to around the 44-yard line. So gain of 3 on that play. 10:35 left to go in the first half. It is 14-0. West Branch on top of Salem here on the Q92 Sports Network. And West Branch wanting to get that bye in the first round. Salem wanting to improve, as a win here could possibly get them a home game. Both teams are in the playoffs in the same division, same region. 3rd and 7 for West Branch. Trips right, receiver to the left. Hurst back there in shotgun. Still 10 seconds on the play clock. But now 5. And I think Coach Cooper is going to have to call another timeout. And he will. So another timeout brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family. So Coach Cooper, again, something he didn't like, Derek, and he decided, no, let's make sure we got this play right.
Yeah, you get 3 each half, so might as well use them. Do have a few scores from the other Division 4 Region 13 games of note.
Absolutely.
Streetsboro up 7-0 over Cloverfield in the second quarter. No score yet in South Range as they host Hubbard. Edgewood Lakeside still scoreless in the first. West Geauga up 7-0 over Orange.
Again, these are teams that you're going to hear in this division and region. So it'll be interesting to see how tonight plays out, how those computer points play out, and who is where next week.
Looks like Louisville's up 14-0 over Worcester, and Fairless 7, Tuslaw 6 at the end of their first.
And Green beating Lake 7-3. If Green gets in, that'll be an amazing story. 3rd and 7 for West Branch. Back to pass. Hurst, pressure coming, sits in the pocket, throws it towards the sideline, caught for the first down. And guess who? Jeremiah Thomas, who takes it into Salem territory, down around the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Thomas's 3rd reception. He's up to 31 yards through the air. Does have a few rushes, including a 4-yard touchdown rush.
All right, here we go. 9:48 left to go in the first half. West Branch has it 1st and 10. They're now in Salem territory. Hurst going to turn. Hand it off to the running back inside the 45, down to the 40. That is Damon Edwards. Takes it down there. 9:33 left to go here. 14-0 West Branch over Salem. West Branch driving. It's so interesting to scoreboard watch this week because so many, it's not just are you going to make it, it's where you're going to be. Right. Are you going to get the bye? You're going to be at home. You're going to be on the road. There's so many factors now with the way the playoffs have changed for this year. Hurst calls his own number, takes inside the 40, inside the 35, down around the 34, maybe the 33-yard line on 1st and 10.
Another first down for the West Branch Warriors here. Lined right back up.
On the 34-yard line, 8:50 left to go. West Branch with a 14-0 lead and looking to add to it. Hurst in shotgun, trips right, receiver left. He's got the freshman Gavin Marshall with him in shotgun. Hurst back to pass, looking, throws it out there at Jeremiah Thomas inside the 30. Boy, he is so quick. He takes it out of bounds, but a good gain there by Jeremiah Thomas, setting up a 2nd down for West Branch. 2nd down and 4. 8:28 left to go here. West Branch just on the move again. Hurst now by himself. He's got trips left, twins to the right. Hurst looks over the defense. Hurst takes the snap, going to call his own number, take it inside the 30, spin move again, down around the 25, maybe the 24, depending on where they mark him.
Give him the first down.
Another first down, move the chains. West Branch on the move again, and how they just get lined back up. It's really something to see.
Yes, it's very, very structured, this offense. Sometimes teams try to run the no huddle, and there's a lot of confusion, but each time that they're lined up, they look over, get their play call from the coaching staff, line up, and they're off.
Under 8 minutes to go here in the first half. 14-0 West Branch over Salem. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. They give it to Jeremiah Thomas, and for the first time, Salem makes a big stop and a big hit there. That is number 12, Braden Van Dyne for Salem, who comes up and makes that hit for a stop. It's Van Dyne. That was a good play.
West Branch first negative play from scrimmage for West Branch there. So big stop by Salem, puts them behind the sticks for the first time.
7:23 left to go in the first half. It is 2nd and 14 now for West Branch here. Ball on the 28-yard line. They're going to come out with trips to the left, receiver to the right. Hurst will put the running back Gavin Marsh on his left hip. Now Jeremiah Thomas in motion. Back to pass Hurst. Jeremiah Thomas out in the flats. Got it to him. There's a flag as he goes out of bounds around the 24, 23-yard line. The flag from the side judge. This might be the first one on West Branch tonight. We'll have to wait and see. Illegal shift by West Branch. So that'll back them up. First penalty of the night for West Branch. That stops the clock with 7:01 left to go here in the first half.
Yeah, I think right before the snap, Jeremiah Thomas, as he was in motion, started to go a little forward there, and the side judge was right on that one.
7:01 left to go in the first half. West Branch up 14-0 with the ball. 2nd and 19 on the Salem 33-yard line. Hurst in shotgun, empty backfield. Twins left, trips right. Hurst has run out of this formation a lot. He'll throw out of it tonight. Hurst looking. Oh, was shooting for his receiver. Incomplete. Was looking for Gavin Marshall there. A little too much on that pass. But Marshall was also falling down as he went to grab for it. Stops the clock with 6:58 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, as that temperature drops, the turf gets some moisture on it, some dew. Gonna have to stick your footing a little bit, and it looks like Marshall wasn't able to on that one.
Another score update. Lake has retaken the lead. They're up now 10-7 over Green with 8:59 left to go in the first half of that game. Fairless 7-6 over Tuslaw as well. Here we go. 3rd and 19 for West Branch on the 33-yard line of Salem. Salem showing blitz. They're bringing a blitz. But Hurst still has a good pocket. He's taking a shot towards the end zone for Jeremiah Thomas. Incomplete. I'll tell you what, Hurst put that ball in a pretty good spot, all things considered.
Yeah, with the rush coming into his face there, able still to get the pass off. A good pass, just a little out of reach for Jeremiah Thomas. Here,
As Hurst coming out, so it looks like, nope. Hurst is back on the field. So we'll see what Coach Cooper wants to do. 4th and 19 from the 33-yard line of Salem. Salem needs this stop on defense.
Very much so.
But they're going to go for it, at least to give that appearance. Hurst in shotgun. Jeremiah Thomas all the way back at the 46-yard line. Oh, and we have a bad snap by West Branch.
We have a flag, false start.
False start on West Branch. So,
yeah, I've never seen that formation. Jeremiah Thomas about 10, almost like a Canadian football.
Yeah, I was waiting for him to take off and head towards the 55-yard line. 6:51 left to go. Now it's 4th and
still in this formation.
Yeah, they are. So it's going to be 4th down again for West Branch. They have the ball at the 38-yard line, 4th and 19. Jeremiah Thomas lined up on the other side of the 50 behind everybody. And they're going to throw it to him as a screen. Now Jeremiah Thomas looking to throw it himself from back there. He cuts it back, and that was a gadget play that did not work. Salem got the stop they needed, and that was Brandon Canna on defense coming up with the play. It looked like Jeremiah wanted to throw that at first, then realized he couldn't, tried to run it, so they tried a little gadget play there, and but that one, Salem defended.
Yeah, the pass from Hurst to Thomas was considered a lateral, so he had the option to throw it. They had Gavin Gregory lined up at the far side, hoping maybe to get past his defender. He wasn't able to, and the Quaker defense able to corral Thomas before he was able to get his legs moving and forward progress.
All right, there we go. So Salem will take over with good field position now. 1st and 10, starting out in their own 38-yard line. Monroy comes out. 1st and 10, going to call his own number. He cuts it back, gets it up over the, right to the 45-yard line. That is where they will mark him. So a 2-yard gain on 1st down. I see on YouTube a comment. Sonia saying, way to go, West Branch guys. Thanks for the comment. Feel free to comment if you're watching on YouTube. Keep it clean. Or at least keep it funny. 2nd down and 8. Monroy in shotgun. Low snap, picks it up. Throws a wide receiver screen to his receivers. Got it up over the 45. Breaks the tackle 50 into West Branch territory. Nice run there by Barron Exline. As Exline takes it into West Branch territory. It's a sophomore wide receiver and defensive back. When that play first started, I didn't know if that was going to go for anything, but it did.
Yeah, low snap. Monroy did a great job. Corral the low snap and get a good play off.
3rd down and 2 for Salem here. Now they're back in that I formation. Canna the deep back. It's going to be a toss to Canna on the left side. Canna fights for the 1st down. He did not get it. He got just short. He's going to be at the 48-yard line. And he's got to get in between that 48 and the 47 for the 1st down. So another 4th down coming up for the Salem Quakers.
Yeah, needed 2, got 1, but a 4th and short, so it looks like Coach Johnson sticking with the offense.
He's going to stick with it. He's going to stick with the I formation. 4th and 1 for Salem. Quarterback sneak. Monroy is going to get it after being stuffed initially. Still going. He ends up all the way down at the 40-yard line in West Branch territory. Very quick alert move by Monroy. Went up the middle on a quick count. Nothing there, and he bounced it out to the right as quick as he could and then just basically sprinted to get all he could.
Yeah, he looked like a cat almost.
He
got
did.
caught in there.
He
Next
did.
thing you know, he's 3 or 4 yards downfield, gaining 1st down.
Tussla now 13-6 over Fairless, and Lake now 17-7 over Green. All right, Salem now. 1st and 10 on the West Branch 40-yard line. Monroy in shotgun. West Branch saying somebody move for Salem, but nothing called. Monroy in shotgun calls his own number again. Oh, it's going to be a reverse around the 40, around the 37, maybe the 36-yard line, as that one went to X-line again as they did that power run with Monroy, but this time a reverse out of it, and another good play there for X-line, who's getting involved in this drive for Salem with 5:18 left to go.
Yeah, good defense there by Grady Close. Without him chasing down X-line, they would have 1st down and more on that run.
All right, 2nd down and 5 for Salem on the West Branch 35-yard line. Back in the I formation. Monroy under center. Going to turn, hand it off to Canna. There's a hole inside the 30, still on his feet. 25, still on his feet, down to the 22-yard line. That was a man run by Canna. And this I formation has worked a little bit for Salem here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, their best possession of the 1st half here on this one. 13-yard rush there by Canna, their longest play from scrimmage thus far.
1st and 10, ball on the 23-yard line of West Branch. Salem driving down 14-0. Monroy in shotgun. Going to turn, going to keep it himself on an RPO. Waited a long time to keep that, and he's going to be hit around the 20-yard line. He falls forward somehow. It looked like he was real into he waited till the last possible moment for the option part of that RPO. He left his options open for a while.
Yeah, he did, and good job by Canna to kind of let that play progress and not try to rip it out of his hands and lead to a fumble. Able to get positive yards, though. Brings up 2nd down and 7 for the Quakers. Just inside the red zone.
Just outside. No, at the 19, they are in the RG Drake red zone. Canna gets it again. Canna this time hit, but falls forward again. Down to around the 17-yard line.
some very good runs. They haven't shown up on the scoreboard yet, but some nice runs in this first half by the Salem Quakers, both Canna and Monroy.
All right, here we go.
Third down and about 6 here.
Third down and 6. Receiver in motion. 3rd and 4. Monroy rolling out to his right, looking. He's going to throw back to the other side of the field to his receiver, who's going to take it down to the just inside the 15-yard line. That was cop number 22, Maxton Ellis.
First time we've called Maxton's name here.
Sophomore.
Brings up about a 4th down and a long 3.
I believe so. So 4th down, and then they're going to call it 2. There's 3 minutes left to go in the first half. 4th down and 2. This is a huge play from the 15-yard line of Salem in the R.G. Drake red zone.
Looks like Coach Johnson will take a timeout here.
With 2:49 left to go in the first half, another Friends and Family Credit Union timeout, where it's time to bring a friend to the family. So don't blame Coach Johnson. This is definitely a play that you want to make sure you've got everyone on the same page. Make sure you've got the right play call. I'll see if he decides to stay in that I formation that has worked. As this is a big drive for Salem.
Absolutely, you're inside the red zone here. West Branch already up 14-0. Get the ball first to start the second half. So you really want to score before halftime, and this has been the best opportunity thus far tonight for Salem. So Coach Johnson taking the opportunity to bring the offense over and make sure everyone's on the same page.
Update here, Fairless retakes the lead over Tuslaw 14-13 with 4:44 left to go in the first half. Again, that Fairless Tuslaw game, besides playing for the coveted Blue Cup, basically you need to win if you want to make the playoffs in that game. Loser's probably out.
Yeah, with only 12 teams making it this year compared to 16 the past couple of years, a lot more is riding on some of these Week 10 games.
Here we go. Big play in the ball game. Salem down 14-0. They had the ball down on the West Branch 15-yard line, but it's 4th and 3. Canna is the only running back. Monroy under center, going to turn. It's going to be a toss to Canna. Canna dives forward, and I believe he got the first down just outside the 10-yard line. He did. A 4th down conversion by Salem. The Quakers. 1st and 10. The drive continues with 2:40 left to go in the first half. Salem still has, I believe, 2 timeouts, and they do, yes.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be a quarterback or a halfback toss there, but Canna took the toss and cut back on a counter play there and was able to get the first down.
1st and 10. Ball on the 11-yard line. Monroy in shotgun sends a receiver in motion from right to left. Canna back there with him. Monroy will throw. Looking, now will throw in the end zone. That is incomplete. Incomplete. He was looking for his receiver, Owen Davidson, number 14, but it falls incomplete. 2nd down for Salem.
Do have a flag in the backfield here. We'll get that call.
Holding on Salem. That's a huge penalty against the Quakers right now, Derek, as they could...
Yeah, your first trip into the red zone thus far tonight. You have a 1st down and 10 from the 11, but now the penalty will back them up to the 21-yard line. Still able to get a 1st down, but that's at the 1-yard line. So basically a goal-to-go situation here.
All right, they hand it off to Canna as he will take it to the 20, so he gets only 1 yard on that. Now we're under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, and they're hitting hard down there tonight on both sides. Both defenses bringing the wood tonight.
Lined up now, 2nd down and 18.
Screen pass
as
out
they
there.
try a screen out there, and that's going to go to number 16, X-Line again. And we'll see where they mark that ball. Is that going to be around, are they marking that down around the 12-yard line?
Gain of 8 there.
Gain of 8. Get down to the 12. That'll bring up third down. 1:42. Clock stopped, going out of bounds. Let's see what they're doing now here. Dead ball personal foul on West Branch.
Ooh.
How about that? So a dead ball person. I didn't really see anything.
Yeah, me either. That's on the far side of the field from where we are, on the Salem sideline there. So the penalty, half the distance to the goal, brings up third down. And what is that, about 5?
Third down and 5 from the 6-yard line. Monroy now under center. Monroy turns. It's going to be a toss to Canna. Canna diving towards the goal line, trying to get it in. Did he? They're going to mark him just short. I mean, just short, but that should be a first down. First and goal for the Salem Quakers. How about this?
Yeah, that was the same play that they ran on that fourth down, that toss that turns out to be a counter play, and Canna takes it over the left side and looks like he's at the half-yard line about.
1:20. I'm telling you what, playing West Branch, if I were Sam, I know I'd let this clock run.
Absolutely, because even though West Branch only has one timeout remaining, they don't need much time to score.
They don't, but here we go. I formation again for the Quakers. First and goal from the 1-yard line. Monroy calls his own number. Don't believe he got in.
He did not, and that was number 57, Gavin Hang. He had to stop on the fourth down attempt earlier tonight, stopping Monroy, and that one, he was in the backfield as soon as Monroy had that ball.
47 seconds left in the first half. It's going to be second and goal from the 1-yard line for Salem. They're back in the I formation. Canna's the deep back. Monroy, it's going to be a toss to Canna, and what do we have? They stopped the play.
Timeout, West Branch.
We had a timeout by West Branch. They called their final timeout. This timeout brought to you by the Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend to the family. So Coach Cooper wanted to talk things over, maybe wanted to get a look at what they're doing here before that play. As we have halftime, let me see here. Halftime, Malvern 6, East Canton nothing. Our first game that's at halftime today. The Battle of the Hornets.
Yeah, big opportunity for the Quakers here. Second down from the West Branch 1-yard line, a chance to cut the lead in half potentially, and leave very little time for West Branch to do anything before you go into half. So
37 seconds left to go. Like I said, it's 14-0 West Branch. Salem had a big stop on defense late in this first half, and they've subsequently taken the ball and gotten it down to literally the 1-yard line with 37 seconds left. Salem has 2 timeouts left, so the clock really isn't as big of a factor with 37 seconds left. Here we come out of the timeout. Salem from the 1-yard line in the I formation. Only one wide receiver out to the left. Monroy going to turn, keep it himself, try to get it in the end zone, and he will. Touchdown, Salem Quakers. Monroy takes it himself around the left end and gets it in the end zone.
Yeah, Monroy, such a great athlete. Typically a quarterback just tries to take it up the middle. He knew that they were packing the middle of the defensive front there, rolled out to his left and had wide open space to get into the end zone.
On the kick is Gerson Samayo for the extra point. Snap down, kick up. Kick is going to be no good. Very low kick. Not a great snap. So that'll remain 14-6, but Salem gets on the board with 34 seconds left to go in the first half. Your new score, West Branch 14, Salem 6. This is high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit sarshone.com.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Salem, where the Salem Quakers have gotten on the board for the first time tonight with a Monroy 1-yard touchdown run. Extra point, though, no good. West Branch leads 14-6 with 34 seconds left to go here in the first half. West Branch back to return this kick. Back deep for West Branch. Trying to get a number on that.
Yeah, jersey's kind of bunched up.
Sure
I'm
is.
able to see it.
Might be Luke Curry, number 14.
That would have been my guess as well, but
Who's standing back around his 5-yard line. Getting ready to kick it off for Salem, number 42, Ronan Sutter, the sophomore kicker. And he will kick it off. It'll be a line drive kick, taken at the 20-yard line. 25, 30, cuts back. Going to try to get it over the 35. He does, and falls forward around the 37-yard line. Decent return there. I believe that was Streffler.
Yep.
And here comes West Branch with 25 seconds left and no timeouts left. But somehow I still don't think West Branch is just going to take a knee and go to halftime. Derek, I've seen a lot of West Branch football the last few years.
yeah,
That's just not how they're built.
They have an expansive playbook, but I don't think that's in there.
I don't even know if they have a play that just says take a knee. They're going to come out, trips to the left, receiver to the right. Hurst is going to be back there, a quarterback, obviously, and they're going to have Gavin Marshall at running back. So we'll see what they do here. Hurst in shotgun. Hurst throws a quick wide receiver screen to Jeremiah Thomas. Jeremiah takes it up over the 40 to the 42-yard line, maybe the 43. Stops the clock with 20 seconds left to go. We told you.
Gain 5.
The West Branch will get lined up. They'll have the ball. They're already lined back up. The clock stopped around the 42-yard line. 20 seconds left. They do not have a timeout left. They're going to switch over now, put trips out to the right side, or twins to the right. Tight end to the right as well. Hurst in shotgun. Looks it over. Going to turn this time. Going to hand it off to the freshman running back. That is Gavin Marshall, who almost snuck out of there. Was tackled at the last minute. That'll bring up third down with 10 seconds left. And now that probably will be the last play of the first half. As there is 5 seconds left, as Coach Cooper looks like he's going to just let it run out at this point. So there you go. We have reached halftime here in Salem with your score 14-6. West Branch leads. And again, in a game where two teams are already going to the playoffs, but two teams have reasons to win this game, besides the fact that it's a rivalry game, also can affect seeding. It can affect where you're going to be playing next week.
If you're playing next week.
If you're playing next week. So there's a lot of things to figure out with this game, and we've had a good one here in the first half.
Yeah, Salem, for most of the first half, it was looking very West Branch heavy, but
it did.
Their last drive here before the half, they just meticulous down the field, positive plays, was able to get into the end zone.
So we're going to start our halftime show. Going to take a break. Come back. We'll get you to our AM 1310 WDPN newsroom. Jeff Mears has a news update for you. We'll come back. We'll get you stats from the first half. We'll get you scores from around the area. And we'll also go through a lot of the playoff scenarios and situations coming into Week 10. So all that is coming up here at the halftime show. But right now, after two quarters, it is 14-6. West Branch leads Salem. You are listening to High School Football, brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group here on the Q92 Sports Network.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Or are you finally retiring and need to process your Medicare enrollment? You don't need to figure this out on your own. Call the Barnes Agency on Route 62 in Damascus for a free consultation to help you navigate through the process. Call a local agency you can trust to help you get the coverage and benefits you need. Call or text 330-537-9922 or find us online at tbamedicare.com.
High school football exemplifies the true meaning of teamwork. At Friends and Family Credit Union, our team of local friendly professionals offer the same true spirit for our members with a wide array of products from vehicle loans to personal loans, family secure checking with ID Protect, mortgage, home equity line of credit, and more. For over 60 years, we have the game plan for your financial well-being. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations, online or mobile banking. Now, more than ever, it's time to bring a friend into the family.
RG Drag, Stark County's premier career center, offers programs that prepares its students at the high school level for careers and continued education beyond high school. Upon completion, RG Drag students have an immediate opportunity to obtain a well-paying job in many exciting career fields. We offer everything from culinary, dental assisting, engineering, sports turf and landscape, welding, and so much more. Contact RG Drag to find a program and career that's the perfect fit for you. RG Drag, where careers begin.
It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkwin and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
From the newsroom, I'm Jeff Mears with this halftime edition of AM 1310 WDPN News. A freeze warning has been issued for an area including Stark County in effect from midnight tonight through 9 a.m. tomorrow. The National Weather Service says the region can expect temperatures to fall to as low as 31. Conditions could kill crops and other sensitive vegetation. The complete forecast is on the way. A man accused in a shooting at a North Canton apartment complex has been formally charged by a Stark County grand jury. 38-year-old Brian Francisco of North Canton was indicted on 8 counts of felonious assault and 4 counts of improperly discharging a firearm at or into a habitation. He's also charged with 1 count of inducing panic, 2 counts of criminal damage or endangering, and 12 gun specifications. Francisco is scheduled for arraignment October 31st. He was arrested after the October 9th incident at their Versailles Garden Apartments on Apple Grove Street. Francisco allegedly was shooting through the walls of an apartment when gunfire struck a woman. Police rescued her through a window as the shooting continued. She was taken to Mercy Hospital for treatment of multiple wounds. The victim of a fatal train versus pedestrian accident in Canton has been identified. The Stark County Coroner's Office says 26-year-old Jocelyn Stanley of Canton was struck by a train near the 1200 block of Camden Avenue Southwest Thursday morning. She was taken to Altman Hospital and died shortly thereafter. The cause of death was blunt force trauma. Investigator Tammy Wilkes says Stanley was homeless. The Canton Metro Crash Team investigated the incident. The Stark Metropolitan Housing Authority has fired its housing voucher director, Becky Vallecchio, citing poor job performance. She ran the Section 8 Housing Choice Voucher Program, which helps low-income residents pay rent. But the agency has been falling short, using only about 1,300 of its more than 1,700 available vouchers and spending just 86% of its federal budget this year, even with a waiting list of 700 people. A review found Vallecchio failed to meet federal requirements and didn't respond to leadership requests. According to the repository, Executive Director Danita Johnson said previously that if misunderstanding about federal reporting deadlines added to the problem, the agency now has until the end of the year to catch up and avoid possible funding cuts. The deadline to close a deal to take Hall of Fame Resort and Entertainment private has been extended to October 31st. An SEC filing shows the buyer and its affiliates also provided another $2 million for general corporate purposes. Hall of Fame Resort entered into a deal with HOFV Holdings in May. HOFV is an affiliate of Industrial Realty Group, which is led by Stuart Lichter, who is also on the resort's board of directors. Shareholders recently approved the agreement that would see the resort merge with Omaha Merger Sub and be a wholly owned subsidiary of HOFV Holdings. The deal has not been approved by creditors, who would exchange notes for equity in the new company this year. A man caught trying to run from Ravenna police has now pleaded guilty to trafficking methamphetamine. 31-year-old Cody Baldwin Neiswanger entered the plea today in Portage County Common Pleas Court. He was stopped on Main Street July 5th when officers found he had an outstanding warrant. Baldwin Neiswanger gave them a fake name and tried to flee but was tracked down by a police canine. A search turned up 27 grams of meth and more than $600 in cash. Baldwin Neiswanger agreed to forfeit the money and will be sentenced after a pre-sentence investigation. More news after this.
The Q92 Sports Network brings you more high school football and basketball games than anyone else, by far. But did you know that you can go back and listen to our broadcast again? Simply go to the Q92 radio page on SoundCloud. We posted the games we broadcast for everyone to go back and relive. We have playlists filled with our high school football broadcasts from 2016 to this season. So go to SoundCloud now, follow Q92 Radio, and listen. And thank you for listening to all of our sports broadcasts of high school football and basketball on the Q92 Sports Network.
A contractor from East Liverpool is accused of taking thousands of dollars for work he never completed. Court records show 44-year-old Aaron Hook was paid $38,000 up front to remodel a home on Carlisle Road in Lisbon in November 2024, but police say the job was never done. Hook was indicted by a Columbiana County grand jury in June. He was arraigned in August and pleaded not guilty, then failed to appear for an October 8th court hearing. Hook was later arrested by the Columbiana County Sheriff's Office and is due back in court November 14th. A Latonia man and former school bus driver has been sentenced for secretly watching a 12-year-old girl change in a school locker room. 49-year-old Scott Andre pleaded no contest to a misdemeanor voyeurism charge and was found guilty in Columbiana County Municipal Court Thursday. Judge Tim McNichol ordered Andre to serve 60 days of electronically monitored house arrest, pay a $500 fine, complete 20 hours of community service, and have no contact with the victim. He must also register as a Tier 1 sex offender for 15 years. The incident happened in April 2024. New DNA evidence has led to an arrest in a Canfield rape case dating back 25 years. U.S. Marshals arrested 57-year-old Jack Sheets in Akron Thursday. A Mahoning County grand jury indicted him on 1 count of rape and 2 counts of kidnapping. Investigators say the charges stem from a 2000 attack on a 30-year-old woman on North Broad Street. Sheets, a former Canfield resident, recently served 9 years in prison for rape and burglary in Trumbull County. The Ohio Attorney General's office is handling the case. A Youngstown woman has been found not guilty in the shooting death of her 7-year-old son. 31-year-old Markeisha Driver was acquitted Thursday of involuntary manslaughter and child endangering after a Mahoning County jury deliberated for 2 hours. Prosecutors said her son, Devontae Housley, found a loaded gun last October and accidentally shot himself. Driver said she hid the gun after finding it in the house. It had been purchased by her brother 2 days earlier. 3 other children were also home during the shooting. A Summit Academy student in Warren was sent home after school officials found a kill list on his cell phone. Police say the list was written in the phone's notes app and reported by staff. WFMJ-TV reports the student, a 12th grader, was not at school when officers arrived. The principal told police a similar incident happened there in 2022. Authorities have not released the student's name or said whether any disciplinary action or charges will be filed. We'll return you to the stadium for the second half of tonight's game, but first a look at the forecast. For the overnight, a freeze warning is in effect from midnight through 9 a.m. tomorrow. Patchy frost, otherwise mostly cloudy skies, and a low near 33. The chilly conditions give way to partly sunny skies Saturday, a high of 54. For AM 1310 WDPN News, I'm Jeff Mears.
Are you turning 65 and have questions about Medicare? Or are you finally retiring and need to process your Medicare enrollment? You don't need to figure this out on your own. Call the Barnes Agency on Route 62 in Damascus for a free consultation to help you navigate through the process. Call a local agency you can trust to help you get the coverage and benefits you need. Call or text 330-537-9922 or find us online at tbamedicare.com.
Northeast Ohio knows football, and Sarshone Auto Group knows Northeast Ohio. As an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, Sarshone Auto Group serves our community with the best selection and the best service. From Ford, Chevy, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and more. From the toughest trucks to the SUVs that fit your family. Sarshone Auto Group, an official partner of the Cleveland Browns, and the place where Northeast Ohio comes to drive. Visit Sarshone.com.
This Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. on Q92 and the Q92 Sports Network, it's the biggest high school football game of the year. Brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group. It's the Massillon Tigers traveling to Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium to take on their arch rivals, the Canton-McKinley Bulldogs. Fitz Scroggs, Ryan Keller, and Ryan Bevere will bring you all the action live from the Hall of Fame City. But the action starts early with our special Massillon McKinley pregame show brought to you by Sarda that kicks off at 10 a.m. Hosted by Sam Berkwood and Ryan Keller, live from the Hall of Fame Village and the Gridiron Gastropub. From 10 to 1:45, Sam and Ryan will get you ready for kickoff with an all-star lineup of guests and interviews from Massillon and McKinley legends past and present.
Tune in to hear us talk to Canton Mayor William Shear along with Massillon Mayor Jamie Slutz. We'll also have former Massillon Tiger head coach and current Warren Harding athletic director Rick Shepis, along with former McKinley player and coach Antonio Hall. We'll also be joined by former Massillon Tiger and current Ohio State assistant coach Devin Jordan and former McKinley quarterback and current Chicago Bear Dominique Robinson.
Massillon versus McKinley. This Saturday at 2. Coverage starts at 10 a.m. Only on Q92 and streaming live on the Q92 Facebook, YouTube, and X pages. The Q92 Sports Network, your home for the greatest rivalry in high school football.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
It is halftime here in Salem. Your score is 14-6. West Branch leads their rival, the Salem Quakers. Derek Dimmick, Christian Bigglesworth here with you. As it was an interesting first half. Before we get into some area scores and talk playoffs, everything, Derek, let's go through the statistics that got us to this 14-6 lead for West Branch here after 2 quarters.
Yeah, we'll start with the host Quakers. Quarterback Cletus Monroy, he's 5 of 6 through the air, 27 yards. Leading rusher for Salem, junior running back Brandon Canna, he has 12 rushes, 51 yards. The touchdown there on the last drive right before halftime, a 1-yard touchdown rush by Cletus Monroy. And leading receiver thus far, 2 receptions, 15 yards for Byron Exline. Flipping it over now to the Warriors of West Branch. Quarterback Grady Hurst, 7 of 11 through the air, 76 yards and a 12-yard touchdown pass. That on the receiving end of that was freshman running back Gavin Marshall. He had that 1 catch for 12 yards. Leading receiver Jeremiah Thomas, 5 receptions, 43 yards. Leading rusher quarterback Grady Hurst, 8 rushes, 95 yards. And Jeremiah Thomas added a 4-yard touchdown rush for the first score of the game.
All right, there's your statistics from the first half. Now let's take a look at some scores from around the area from Q92radiosports.com. At halftime, Perry 14, Glen Oak nothing. We are at halftime, Malvern 6, East Canton nothing. At half, Jackson is 7, Hoover 6. At halftime, Carrollton up 17-7 over Minerva. Lake over Green 17-10 at halftime. Tulsa up 19-14 over Fairless at half. Canton South beating West Holmes at half 27-21. Louisville is up 50-0 over Worcester. That's at halftime. Going to be running clock there. Sandy Valley is up 14-0 over Tuscarawas Valley. I know Alliance is beating Marlington by a decent amount here. 27-6 at halftime is the score of that game. 27-6, Alliance on top of their rival right now. Don't have a score yet from Canton Central or St. Thomas. Akron Manchester, last we saw, was up 14-0 at halftime over Northwest. Again, Northwest, who's in this division and this region with both West Branch and Salem. So also, speaking of Division 4, Region 13, Derek, you have some scores from around games that could affect seeding and who's playing who next week.
Yeah, current number 8 seed Streetsboro, they're up 21-7 over Cloverleaf at half. West Geauga, they are currently at the number 12 seed, so the last one to get in, but they're up 35-0 over Orange. Woodridge 21-0 at the half over Springfield. Woodridge earned the night ranked 13th, so they're just on the outside looking in. No score update from the Edgewood Lakeside game. Hubbard up 17-8 in the second quarter. Hubbard, they earned the week at number 9. And the big one, Lake Catholic, out of Minner, and Notre Dame Cathedral Latin, they actually play tomorrow. So that'll be one that keeps this region from kind of solidifying itself tonight as we await the result of that one tomorrow.
Yeah, we're going to take a quick timeout here, and then we're going to come back. And Derek and I are going to get into the computer points right now. We're going to go through the divisions, let you know as of right now who is in, who they'd be playing. Obviously, so much can change over the next 12 hours. An insane amount can change. We'll talk about that coming up next here. Halftime, your score 14-6. West Branch on top of Salem here on the Q92 Sports Network.
Football fans, Mondays just got better. Join Q92 Sports Live every Monday at 11 a.m. for the Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon. Watch on our Facebook, X, and YouTube channels as legends from the high school, college, and pro football world take the mic with inspiring speeches and incredible stories. Don't miss a moment. Like, follow, and subscribe to Q92 Sports on social media and catch every Pro Football Hall of Fame Luncheon live every Monday at 11 on the Q92 Sports Network.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
The Salem band still performing for the crowd here tonight. All right, let's at halftime. It's 14-6. West Branch on top of Salem. Let's go to everyone's favorite, Joe Idle. If you know anything about high school football, you know exactly who he is, and you love his website.
Yes, it's filled with a lot of great information and anything that you would want to know about high school football and possible playoffs.
The official OHSAA computer rankings that will tell you who's playing in the playoffs and who's playing where, who has the bye. That comes out Sunday afternoon. But this is what Joe Idle has coming into tonight's game. Now let's go to Division I, Region 1 first right now. Camp McKinley sitting at the 2 seed. Of course, they play tomorrow afternoon. They've clinched a top 5 and a bye at home. So they're off no matter what. No matter what happens tomorrow against Massillon, they're not playing next week. And when they play, they'll be at home in round 2. As far as Jackson goes, they're sitting at the 6th seed right now. They've clinched top 8 and a home game in round 1. They're going to be with a win, they'll be between 5 and 7. With a loss, they'll be at 6 and 8. They're at 6 right now. So that means, who would they? Would that be John Marshall? Am I right?
Yeah. Yep.
So right now, they'd be hosting Cleveland John Marshall. But, of course, that can change. But they'll be home next week.
Yeah,
I believe so.
They're up 7-6 at halftime over Hoover.
Let's go next to Division II, Region 5. We have some teams there. Lake currently has the 2 seed there. Now, they've clinched top 8 in a home game, but they haven't quite clinched the bye yet. A win could solidify that for tonight. They're in a big game with Lake, but as of right now, they're sitting at 2 and would have a bye in the first round. Green is sitting down at the 14 seed. All right. The thing is, if Green were to beat Lake, and I think Green's up right now.
Actually, at halftime, Lake is up 17-10 at halftime over.
So a close game. If Green were to come back and win that game, there is a really good chance Green might get to that 12.
Yes.
So that'll be interesting to watch there, too. But right now, Green's on the outside looking in. We go to Division II, Region 7. Got a few teams here as well. Massillon sitting at the 5 seed right now. They've clinched a playoff spot. With a win, they could get as high as the 1 seed, between 1 and 6. With a loss, between 3 and 9. So they've clinched a playoff spot. Haven't even clinched a home game yet. But sitting right now at the 5 seed, they would be hosting Louisville in round 1 if that happened next week. And Louisville is winning right now. But again, even a win doesn't guarantee them in.
Right, because
it helps.
Yeah, Worcester entered the night 1 and 8.
Yeah. So we have that for you here. Now we go on to Division III, Region 9, where we have Alliance sitting at the 6th seed right now. So with the 6th seed, they would be playing, who would they be playing? The 10?
11.
They'd be playing 11. They would be hosting Akron East at home next week. They're sitting at 6 right now, and they are winning big. I think 27-6 or something like that. So they've clinched a playoff spot. With a win, they could be between 4 and 11. With a loss, between 5 and 12. But looking good for a possible home game in round 1 for Alliance. So we have that for you here in Division 3, Region 9. Now Division 4, Region 13. That's this game right here, where both these teams will be in the playoffs. Both Salem and West Branch, regardless of what happens, are in the playoffs. West Branch right now is sitting at the 3 seed. They've clinched a top 8 and a home game. So no matter what, if they play next week, it'll be at home. If they keep the bye, they'll be off and probably be at home next week in round 2. or in 2 weeks in round 2. They're sitting at 3. Northwest is sitting at 6. Now they're losing right now to Akron Manchester. And they've clinched a playoff spot. Northwest is in as well. With a win, they could be between 1 and 8, with a loss between 3 and 10, followed by Salem, who is currently 10th right now. So with the 10 seed, who would they be playing right now? My math is stupid.
7th seed.
So they'd be going to they'd be going to Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. Should Salem come back and win, they could be between 6 and 10, with a loss between 10 and 12. But they're in.
They're in.
It's a matter of, will you be home or will you be away for Salem? Let me see here. We move on now to Division 5. Division 5, let me see here. When we look at that, we have Manchester, who we cover a little bit. They're sitting at the 10 seed right now, and they're winning.
They're up
but
over Northwest.
Tuslaw has the 13 seed. Fairless has the 15 seed. So both teams need to win, because a loss by either, you're out.
Yep.
A win, they're between 10 and out.
Yeah, so still need some help likely, but definitely better suited than
For Division 6, we look at the Smithville Smithies. They're sitting at 4 right now. They have clinched a playoff spot. With a win, they're going to be between 4 and 6. With a loss, they could even stay at 4 with a loss, but they could be between 4 and 9. So as of right now, they would have a bye in the first round of the playoffs. We'll see how that plays out for Smithville. Let me see here. And finally, in Division 7, Region 17, we have Malvern sitting at the 6th seed right now. They clinched a playoff spot. We have East Canton, who is at the 8th seed right now. Now, they haven't clinched, but they control their own destiny. So if they win, they could be between 5 and 9. If they lose, they could be between 7 and out. I believe last we checked, Malvern's up at half, 6-0 on that game. So that game has huge implications for both teams as well. So that's kind of where everyone's at right now, playoff-wise. Now, like you said, and here where we're at for this game between West Branch and Salem, you said that one game doesn't happen until tomorrow.
Yeah, the Lake Catholic Notre Dame Cathedral Latin games tomorrow. So a lot will be decided in this region tonight, but a big piece still to be decided tomorrow.
So that's kind of where we sit right now. We have more questions than answers right now. That's kind of where we're at. But man, could those could shift seismically before tomorrow, before Sunday at 2:00 when they release those.
Yeah, especially some of those you said, you win, you could be 5 through 9, and some you lose, you could be 9 through out. So a lot riding on the second halves here tonight and the games tomorrow, and it'll all get sorted out Sunday morning and announced by the OHSAA Sunday afternoon.
And don't forget, tomorrow on the Q92 Sports Network, Q92, 92.5 FM, the Q92 Facebook page, X page, and YouTube channel, Massillon at McKinley. The kickoff is at 2, but we have a pregame show for you that's going to start at 10 a.m. live from the Hall of Fame Village at the Gridiron Gastropub. Sam Berkwin, Ryan Keller going to host that for us. We're going to have a bunch of guests from both Massillon and McKinley past, including former coaches, former players. Current Chicago Bear Dominique Wilkins did a nice interview with us. We're going to play that for you guys. Devin Jordan, former Massillon McKinley player, Ohio State coach, now going to join us. Former Massillon head coach Rick Shepis, who's now the AD at Warren Harding. He did an interview with us. Antonio Hall, who played and coached in that rivalry game, did an interview with us. We're looking forward to it. There's going to be there's going to be a lot of games. We're going to have some prizes, some giveaways. We'd love for you guys to come on out and join us. You're going to be able to watch it live on Facebook, YouTube, and X, but we'd love for you to come out and join the Q92 Sports Network tomorrow for Massillon and McKinley at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium. That's going to be a good one. All right. Back here at West Branch, the Warriors are up 14-6, and we are getting ready to start the third quarter of action. Now, to start at West Branch, we'll get the ball first here to kick things off in the third quarter. See Lauren Nelson on YouTube. West Branch Warriors. Go West Branch. Thank you, Lauren, for checking in. Your score, 14-6. 12 minutes back on the clock. Salem about to kick it off. If you're Salem, you'd love to get another stop here defensively. And if you're West Branch, you want to get this offense back on track here. Let's see how it pans out here as we are underway in the second half of action. Squib kick taken by West Branch. Alertly falls on it around the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. And out comes Grady Hurst and this offense again for the West Branch Warriors. We're back underway here in the second half.
Tell you what, that Salem drive there towards the end of the second quarter, feels like it's been a while since we've seen West Branch offense.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. So here they're going to come out here 1st and 10. They've got it on their own 39-yard line. Hurst in shotgun, trips left, receiver to the right. West Branch going right to left to start. Hurst calls his own number, takes over the 35, gets a hole, takes it to maybe the 37, 38-yard line. They'll go up to, no, now he's going to go backwards again. Actually, he's going to go back a couple yards, back to the 37. He was originally going to mark that around the 39. Second down for West Branch. Second down and 7. 11:35 left to go. West Branch up 14-6. Hurst setting up his offense now. He's got trips to his right, receiver to his left. Hurst in shotgun. Salem showing blitz. They are bringing it. Hurst back to pass. Sits back, throws it out to his running back, who's got it at the 40, breaks a tackle, falls down around the 44, maybe the 45-yard line. Gavin Marshall, the freshman, that'll be enough to move the chains. First down, West Branch Warriors as they're off here in the second half.
Yeah, Marshall had that touchdown reception in the first half. That's his second reception of the night.
So 1st and 10. Ball is marked now at the 44-yard line, it looks like. 1st and 10 for West Branch. Hurst in shotgun. Back to pass. Another blitz by Salem. Picked up. Completed pass by Hurst to his receiver. That is Streffler. As he'll get it up to the 48-yard line. Should be about a gain of 5. Or close to it. Maybe 4. Second down. 10:28 left to go here in the third quarter. Again, your score 14-6. West Branch on top of Salem. West Branch with our opening drive here in the second half. Second down and 7. Ball on their own 47-yard line. Hurst in shotgun. Salem jumped.
Yep.
Number 27 for the Salem Quakers. Nope, 22, I'm sorry. That was Maxton Ellis, the sophomore, jumped off. So that's a second encroachment tonight for Salem.
Yeah, the last one gave West Branch first down. This one brings up a second down and short.
All right, here we go. Second down and 2 from the 47-yard line. West Branch now in Salem territory. Hurst back to pass, wants to take a shot. Now going to roll out to his right, sees a lane, going to throw across the field. Got it to his big tight end, Gavin Gregory. His first reception for the night, takes it out of bounds. Takes it all the way down to the 30-yard line. First down, West Branch. Yes. He finds his big tight end.
Yeah, 17 yards there. Gets them down deep into Salem territory. But as you said, that was Gavin Gregory's first reception, the Toledo commit.
9:52 left to go. 1st and 10, ball on the 30-yard line. West Branch on the move here. Hurst back to throw. Throws it is complete to his receiver, Streifler, around the 25-yard line. Be marked down as West Branch just so quick getting lined back up and ready to go. Second down and 5. The ball is about on the 25-yard line. 9:33 left to go in the third quarter. Hurst in shotgun, trips left, receiver right. Hurst calls his own number this time, takes it inside the 20, falls forward. They'll mark him down at about the 17-yard line. Move the chains, another first down. And in the RG Drake red zone is West Branch yet again. The RG Drake red zone. Learn, earn, and succeed. Under 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. West Branch, the opening drive of the second half, trying to extend their lead. 1st and 10, ball on the 16-yard line of Salem. Hurst turns, going to hand it off to his running back, who's going to be hit but fall forward. Gavin Marshall, again, the freshman. We're going to go to 14, I think, on that one. Maybe a gain of 2 there for the freshman running back. As Coach Cooper and this West Branch offense coming out focused here in the start of the third quarter, trying to regain a 2-score lead here. 8:25 clock running third quarter. 14-6. West Branch on top of Salem, and West Branch at the 14-yard line of the Quakers. Jeremiah Thomas now in at quarterback. Trips right. Tight end to the left. Jeremiah Thomas sends a receiver in motion. He's going to take it himself. He's going to cut inside the 15, inside the 10, still on his feet. Misses a man, now dives towards the end zone. He didn't quite get in, but it's going to be 1st and goal for the Warriors. That's a great run by Jeremiah Thomas. 1st and goal. West Branch Warriors. They're already lined back up. Jeremiah Thomas going to stay in at quarterback. They have it about the 2-yard line. 1st and goal from the 2. Jeremiah Thomas getting everybody set up again. Thomas from the 2. Takes the snap. Going to call it himself. Going to cut it up and go in untouched for a touchdown. Jeremiah Thomas scores. West Branch increases their lead over Salem.
Yeah, the second touchdown rush of the night for Jeremiah Thomas. The first one from 4 yards out. That one from 2 as the point after coming.
Gavin Clemens, the senior, on to attempt the extra point. There's a snap. Kick is up. The kick is good. So, West Branch comes out here for their opening drive of the second half, and they go right down the field and score a touchdown. There's 7:31 left to go in the third quarter. Your new score, 21-6. West Branch on top of Salem. You're listening to high school football. Brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group right here on the Q92 Sports Network.
Looking for your home for local sports? Head over to Q92radiosports.com, the official website of Q92 Sports Network. Catch every live broadcast of high school games and Mount Union sports. Stay up to date with the latest local sports stories. Check scores from around the area and never miss a game with our full broadcast schedule. It's everything sports all in one place. Q92radiosports.com, your local sports connection.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
And welcome back here. We are live. Salem High School, where West Branch currently leads Salem by a score of 21-6. Salem about to get the ball for the first time here in the second half. Marshall will kick it off. Newsom, I'm sorry. Salem will field this around the 10-yard line, up over the 15, 20, 25, up over the 30, and up over the 35-yard line. Good return there by Harmon, I believe, for Salem. And
go
ahead.
I think it
That was
may have
22.
been
Ellis?
Yeah, I think it was Brandon Canna, actually, running back.
All right, Canna, so good return. And back out comes Monroy and the Salem Quakers offense.
Yeah, had their best drive their last time out. So let's see if they can keep that momentum and answer back after West Branch opened the half with a touchdown drive.
1st and 10, ball on their own 36-yard line. Monroy turns, hands it up. RPO, and Monroy again waited a long time to decide it. Canna had to be very confused on that.
Yeah, that's the second time tonight they've ran that play, that RPO, that Monroy goes about 5 yards to his right with Canna on his hip and
They're
has
both
the ball.
touching the ball.
Yeah, and try to see which way the defense commits and then pull it back in.
At some point, someone's got to make a decision. 2nd down and 8. They got 2 yards on that play. Back in the I formation. They turn, hand it off to Canna. Canna finds a hole, spin move, takes up to the 45-yard line. Good strong run there on 2nd down. That'll set up 3rd and short. And Salem, who pulled out this I formation in the second quarter, and for me, it's been very successful for them.
Yeah, they've had some of their best plays out of that formation. That's opened up some passing plays and some other plays as well. But, yeah, we've seen that in these short to go situations about a counter toss here.
3rd down and 1. They turn. No, it's a keeper by Monroe. Takes it into West Branch territory inside the 45. Spin move inside the 40. Falls down to around the 36, 37-yard line. Great run by Monroe on the keeper there. And Salem into West Branch territory.
Yeah, that 17-yard run, the longest from scrimmage that the Quakers have had thus far tonight here as they march into West Branch territory.
1st and 10. They have it now on the 38-yard line of West Branch. Monroe in shotgun again. Canna right with him. They turn that RPO again. This time he gives it to Canna, who takes inside the 35, falls down to the 33, 34-yard line. That play makes me so nervous, Derek, because I feel like they're going to fumble the ball if they don't quit doing that. And it's hard to explain other than, like Derek said, they're doing the RPO, but I'm telling you, they're running together and they've both got basically the ball.
Yeah.
And maybe that's the strategy.
Right. But all it takes is, Canna to think, okay, Cletus Monroy's going to hold on to the ball, and Monroe thinking Canna's going to take it, and then next thing you know, it's on the ground.
2nd and 4. They're going to do a toss to Canna around the left side. Canna lowers his shoulder, takes it towards the 30. Going to be just short of the 30 on that one. 3-yard gain. Again, thank you guys, whether you're a Salem fan or a West Branch fan, for having us on. If you're watching on YouTube, or maybe you're listening from Q92radiosports.com, which really takes you to YouTube anyway, so really you're just watching us on YouTube. 21-6 is your score in the 3rd quarter. Salem now has it 3rd and 3 on the West Branch 32-yard line. Monroe tried to get him on a hard count. West Branch almost jumped, but they did not. Monroe now barking out signals. He's going to take it himself. Monroe looking for a hole. Will get it down. That should be enough for a 1st down, as they're going to mark him right short of the 25. The refs say move the chains, so another 1st down for the Salem Quakers.
Yeah, marching right down the field here, knocking on the door of the red zone.
Couple score updates now in the 3rd quarter. 21-19. Fairless and Tuslaw are going at it. Also, Lake up 17-13 over Green in the 3rd quarter. Hoover up 14-7 over Jackson. Manchester still up 14-0 over Northwest. Here we go. 1st and 10. Salem has on the West Branch 26-yard line. Monroe in shotgun trips to the right. Now he sends a receiver back in motion towards the left. Monroe takes a snap, turns, hands off to Canna. Canna trying to follow his lineman. He'll take it inside the 25, fall down around the 24-yard line. Decent run on 1st down. 3:40 in a quick 3rd quarter. Here in Salem, Ohio, in this rivalry week. We got so many rivalry games for you on the Q92 Sports Network, 7 to be exact. 2nd down and 8. Out of the I formation, it's a toss to Canna, trying to look to the outside. He bounces it back inside to get what he can. He'll get it down to around the 22-yard line. Well, about 5 or 6. We're coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 7. So 3rd down and 7 for Salem on their own, on the West Branch 23-yard line. Monroe going to go under center. Receiver to the left, 2 tight ends to the right side. They're going to toss it to Canna. He'll cut it inside, still on his feet. They'll mark him down at the 20, so only about 3 on that play. It's going to be 4th down now for the Salem Quakers, and they're in danger of this nice drive stalling out here with 2:29 clock running in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, decision time here. It looks like the offense will stay on the field here. About a 4th down and a long 4, maybe 5.
Yeah, it's a long 4. They actually have it as, that can't be right. They have it as 4th and 7, but there's no way that's 7 yards.
No.
Monroe in shotgun on 4th down for the Quakers. Receiver goes in motion. Monroe going to call his own number, try to get outside, cut it up in, still on his feet, dives inside the 20, right at the 1st down marker, and they say he got it, Derek. Wow.
Yeah,
he needed 4.5, and he got 4.5.
Right. Yeah, into the RG Drag red zone, and they're back at the line.
Getting lined up again in the RG Drag red zone. Learn, earn, and succeed. as they toss it out to their receiver. Takes it inside the 10X line. Again, we started calling his name about mid-second quarter, and he's been a little more active in this game since then. As he'll take it, they'll mark him actually inside the 10 and around the 8-yard line, it looks like.
Yeah, I got him for a gain of 6 there. That's the first pass play of this drive for Salem.
2nd down and 4 from the 9-yard line. Salem trying to answer. Back in the I formation. They're going to turn, hand it off to Canna. Canna goes in the right side, takes it inside the 5. He'll fall down, I think, around the 4-yard line. It's a hard run there by Canna. That'll bring us under a minute to go here in the third quarter.
Very fast-moving quarter.
Yes. So 1st and goal. Monroy calls his own number, takes it down towards the goal line, pressing forward. Stacked up, falling down. They got him about the 2-yard line. They actually have back at the 3. With 43 seconds left to go here. That'll bring up 2nd down and goal for Salem, and they would love to get this score before the end of the third quarter. And that's why they're getting lined right back up in shotgun. Monroy takes the snap already, fumbles it, but then decides to take it towards the end zone. Did he get in?
He did.
Yes, touchdown. That was going to be an RPO, Derek, but the snap, he bobbled it, so he couldn't even do the fake or the RPO action. Had to just take it up the middle, but he did the right thing, scores a touchdown. Salem scores again.
Yeah, you talked earlier about Monroy is in his 3rd year of consistent play, and it showed there with the high IQ play, and it looks like they're going for 2 after missing that PAT after the first touchdown.
So Salem going to try to get that point back. Looks like they're going to go for 2 here. There's 28 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. And the play comes in. Here we go. Salem going to go for 2 to try to make this a 7-point game. Monroy in shotgun, trips right. They're going to turn. It's an RPO. We have a flag on the play, and it's going to be false start by Salem. Crucial penalty there on a 2-point conversion. And now I see more linemen coming in. Does this mean now Salem's going to attempt to kick the extra point?
Yeah, bringing on the field goal kicker for the extra point, but it's not a gimme here. As lined up here, it'll be 25-yard extra point attempt here
by Gershon Sameoa. He'll be kicking it. Extra point attempt. Like you said, it's going to be a long extra point attempt. Snap, down, kick, up. The kick, this one is good. He got it. So he gets that one. And Salem inches a little closer now. There is 28 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Your new score, 21-13. West Branch on top of Salem. We'll be back with the kickoff. This is high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group right here on the Q92 Sports Network.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Back here at Salem High School, we got a game tonight here on Rivalry Week. Your score with 28 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Salem is trailing West Branch, but after that score, they've got it closer. It's 21-13 here on the Q92 Sports Network. Salem about to kick it off. West Branch back to return, as both teams have taken their first drives of the second half, and taken them in for touchdowns. That was a big-time drive by Salem as well.
Yeah, big answer there. West Branch came out at halftime, marched down the field. Salem answered right back. Still a one-score game.
There's the kickoff for Salem's going to be taken about the 2-yard line by West Branch. I don't know about that decision, as that'll go out of bounds back behind the 10-yard line, as that might have been a freshman mistake there by Gavin Marshall. He picked it up, and I don't know what he thought he was going to do, but West Branch now going to be very deep in their own territory late here in the third quarter. Though we've seen in the past, that's not necessarily a problem for West Branch's offense.
Yeah, they'll start this one at their own or inside the 6-yard line. So 94 yards between them and the goal line here.
22 seconds left to go in the third. West Branch is up 21-13 over Salem here on the Q92 Sports Network and Rivalry Week. Hurst in shotgun. Trips to his left. Hurst takes the snap. Going to call his own number. Going to try to get to the outside. Nothing doing. Going to be tackled for a loss. That is number 12 for Salem. That is Brandon Van Dyne, who makes the play. Good job by the defense for Salem, as this very well could be the last play of the third quarter. 4 seconds left. Yeah, they're going to let this run out. So we are done with 3 quarters of football. We got an exciting fourth quarter coming up here on Rivalry Week. But after 3, West Branch leads Salem by a score of 21-13. The fourth quarter is up next. You are listening to high school football right here, brought to you by the Starshine Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
It's time for Purple Raider football. Catch every snap, every score, and every big moment all season long on AM 1310 WDPN. This year, it's even easier to follow the 13-time national champion Mount Union Purple Raiders. Listen live on AM 1310, the WDPN Facebook and X pages, and streaming on the Q92 YouTube channel. Sam Berkowitz and Ryan Bevere are back in the booth, bringing you all the action. Don't miss a minute of Mount Union football on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Salem High School, where the Quakers trail the West Branch Warriors by a score of 21-13. West Branch will have the ball to start the fourth quarter on their own 6-yard line, second down and 10. You got to say right now, momentum's a little bit on Salem's side here, Derek.
Absolutely.
Even though they're trailing.
Absolutely here. West Branch, after the kickoff return, only at their own 6-yard line. First play of the drive, stopped at the line of scrimmage with a big stop. And the fourth quarter starts.
Here we go. It is second down and 10 for West Branch. Ball on their own 6-yard line. Hurst. That's Jeremiah Thomas, calling his own number. This time he'll take it over the 10-yard line. They'll mark him at about the 11. So a decent gain there on second down to get them a little bit more out of the shadow of their end zone. 11:41, clock running. Interesting scores out there right now, too. We'll get you some updates here coming up.
Thomas staying at the quarterback position.
Yeah, Jeremiah Thomas back there again at quarterback on third down and 5. On their own 12-yard line. Thomas takes the snap, going to run it up the middle himself. Dives forward to around the just shy of the 15-yard line.
Fourth down and 1.
So 4th and 1 for West Branch. Will Cooper go for it this deep in his own territory? Normally you'd say absolutely not, but this is Coach Cooper and West Branch's offense. And I don't see anybody from a punt team coming out on the field right now. I think Cooper thinks he can get a yard. As new players coming out for Salem on defense. I'll tell you what, they can obviously drop back and punt from here, but right now, 4th and 1 on their own 15-yard line. Jeremiah Thomas is back there in shotgun, and he is going to try and run for it. Jeremiah Thomas, did he get it? Salem doesn't think he did.
It's going to be close.
That is really going to be close. We're going to see what they mark it, where they mark it. West Branch says they have it. Salem celebrating like they stopped him. One of the officials are looking at it right now. It is so close, folks.
We're going
to have a measurement. How about that?
Is this our first one of the year?
I don't remember a measurement at all this season. Coach Cooper, I had a feeling he was going to really go for that.
Yeah.
Deep in his own territory. Folks, this is a huge moment in the ball game. If this is a first down, West Branch will keep going. But if not, Salem takes over on the West Branch 15-yard line. Here come the chains out to measure. Wow. The chain gang going to decide which side of this stadium cheers. Salem thought they had the stop. West Branch thought they had it.
Moment of truth.
It is moment of truth time. The sticks don't lie. They're measuring, and it is a first down. Coach Cooper got the first down. Wow. And now West Branch is real excited on their sidelines and real excited with their fans right now. How about that gutsy call by Coach Cooper? And I had a feeling he was going to do it, Derek.
Yeah.
You and I have seen too many West Branch games. Wow.
Yeah, Thomas needed one, and he got maybe 1 and a foot.
Here we go, 1st and 10. Will that give West Branch the momentum back here? 1st and 10 on their own 16-yard line. Clock starts running, 10:40 left to go. West Branch is up 21-13 over their rival Salem. Now in the backfield is Damon Edwards at running back. Hurst back at quarterback. Hurst fakes the handoff, now wants to take a shot down the sideline, has a receiver, but is knocked away at the last second by Monroy, doing a tremendous job coming over as the safety to knock that away and make sure it wasn't a completed pass.
Yeah, Hurst looking for wide receiver Jake Weingart down the left sideline there on a pump and go, and Monroy did just enough to knock that ball out of play.
All right, here we go. 2nd down and 10 from their own 16-yard line. Hurst back to pass, looking, pressure's coming in, is thrown out to Jeremiah Thomas. Jukes his man, 25, up near the 30-yard line. That'll be around the 28 or 29. Jeremiah Thomas moves the sticks again for West Branch. Boy, you get him out in the open field, and chances are he's going to make that first man miss almost every time.
Yeah, hobbling to the sideline here is Jeremiah Thomas, able to get off on his own power.
Lucas Black, number 4, is going to check in for him right now. And that is a player they do not want out as we see him right now, as he is definitely now on the ground. Let's see if they're going to stretch him for a cramp possibly. So it looks like just a cramp. So hopefully they're going to be, they're working on his calf right now. Hurst calls his own number around up over the 30, dives forward around the 35-yard line, stays in bounds. Clock will keep running as the training staff working on a cramp for Jeremiah Thomas, who you know they want out there. 9:35 clock running. West Branch up over Salem, 21-13. Again, both these teams will be in the playoffs this year in the same division, same region. 2nd and 4 from their own 35-yard line. Hurst in shotgun. Takes the snap. Going to call his own number. Going to take it up over the 40. Fall forward to about the 42-yard line. Late flag comes in. That might be a personal foul. The way that flew in, we'll see who it's on. Or if they're pointing towards Salem, we'll see what the call is. Late hit, personal foul on Salem. Mental error there is going to cost the Quakers 15 yards.
Yeah, that'll bring the ball into Salem territory out to the 43 of Salem. So
wow, into Salem territory now.
This drive started at their own 6-yard line. Now they're into opponent territory here as Jeremiah Thomas still getting his
That is a heck of a cramp. I've been watching that because their sideline's right by us here, and he's still in pain. That cramp is hurting him right now. Wait till you get older, buddy. 1st and 10. Grady Hurst in shotgun. Going to call his own number again. Following his blockers, now he is hit. He'll get it down around the 41-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd down for West Branch. 8:43 clock running in the 4th quarter. Other score updates for you here while we have a second. End of the 3rd, Lake 24, Green 20. That's a great game going on. Lake just took the lead back. Tuslaw up 26-21 over Fairless. East Canton has taken the lead in the 4th over Malvern, 7-6. Again, rivalry week, folks. You just don't know. 2nd and 8 on the 41-yard line of Salem for West Branch. And we're going to have a timeout, I believe, by West Branch, who wants to talk things over. And this timeout brought to you by Friends and Family Credit Union. It's time to bring a friend into the family. So this timeout, Coach Cooper wants to make sure everyone's on the same page. Probably wants to give Jeremiah Thomas an extra minute or two as well.
Yeah, he's moved over to the bench here. The training staff's still working on
That cramp, I'm telling you, I noticed that when he came off the sideline, they're working on him. You could see how much pain he was in.
Yeah.
And he's still, like you said, getting treatment on the sideline. But to West Branch's credit, the drive is still moving on here. But, man, that personal foul is just huge that Salem had a couple plays ago.
Yeah, you don't want to give West Branch anything on offense, much less 15 yards. Moved them right into your territory and gave them a momentum boost.
8:05 left to go in this ball game. It's 2nd down and 8 for West Branch on the Salem 41-yard line. They're going to come out with twins to the left, receiver to the right. Hurst in shotgun. The freshman running back, Gavin Marshall, is back there with him. Now they're going to shift and put Lucas Black over to the left side. So now trips to the left. Receiver to the right. 2nd down. Hurst in shotgun. Salem showing blitz. Here they come with it. Hurst sits back, throws towards the sideline to Gavin Gregory. 1st down.
The official
they said he's out of bounds.
Foot came down out of bounds. His left foot came out of bounds before the right foot came down. So, incomplete pass. Gregory wanted an explanation. Thought he got
the
foot down before, but...
So that stops the clock with 8:01. It's going to be now 3rd down and 8 for West Branch. They're going to come out now. Hurst going to be in shotgun, twins to each side. Salem's been very aggressive. They're showing blitz again. We'll see if they back out of it on 3rd down. Hurst back to pass. Pressure coming. He's going to roll out. Could have run it, but he has a wide open wide receiver at the 10, and it's going to be a touchdown. He found Jake Weingart wide open. Touchdown, West Branch.
Weingart's first reception of the night. He looked for him earlier this drive, but Monroy knocked the ball away this time. Hurst had the time. Weingart got behind his defender. 41-yard touchdown pass and catch.
How about that find? I was sitting there thinking, man, he could have run for the 1st down, but then when I saw where he threw the ball, it made a lot more sense. Way to be that aware as you're scrambling away from the blitz to see that receiver. As on for the extra point here is Gavin Clemens. It's down. The kick is up, and the kick is blocked. I don't even think it got off the ground, so no good. So the score will stay 27-13. West Branch on top of Salem. There's 7:52 left to go in this football game. We'll be back with a kickoff. This is high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
When it comes to sports, Sam Berkwin brings the heat. Catch the Sam Berkwin Show weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. on AM 1310 WDPN and streaming live on the WDPN Facebook and X pages, plus the Q92 YouTube channel. From the Browns to the Buckeyes, the Guardians, Cavs, and your local high school teams, if it's making headlines in the sports world, Sam is talking about it. It's the local sports talk you want. The Sam Berkwin Show, weekday afternoons on AM 1310 WDPN.
You're listening to High School Football presented by Sarshone Auto Group on the Q92 Sports Network.
All right, we are back here at Salem, where West Branch just extended their lead. They are now up 27-13. However, that missed extra point means it's only a 14-point game, as Salem has some work to do here. And they've got about 7 minutes and 52 seconds to do it in. Some scores. This Green Lake game is getting crazy. 9 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Green just took the lead back 27-24. How about that? There's the kickoff by West Branch. Sam will field it around the 15-yard line, over the 20, 25. Gets it around the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. All the way to the 45, falls down around the 41-yard line. What a return by number 2 for Salem, Will Harmon, putting Salem in great field position. And we have a late flag thrown at the very end of that play that's probably going to be a personal foul or an unsportsmanlike. West Branch thinks it's on Salem. That would be another huge mental error. I also see, though, we have a flag all the way back at the 30, Derek.
Yeah, they'll get this one figured out here, but The one at the 30 looks like that might be holding. We'll see what this one at the end of the play is. But, yeah, this is not what you want to see if you're Coach Johnson.
Boy, this could ruin a huge return by Salem that they could have used. Holding on Salem. 10-yard penalty then after the play. Are they going to...
Dead ball.
Coach Cooper just went down the sideline yelling at the crowd to get involved in this game. He's not playing. This man is a competitor.
Yeah, there was that late flag, that also on Salem, a dead ball foul, so they're going to really back up after the holding penalty and the personal foul.
Both penalties to be enforced, folks. They're going to take this football, and they are going to take it all the way back to the 10-yard line. They had the ball in West Branch territory at the 41-yard line. Thanks to the holding and the personal foul, Salem will now start 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line, down 14 with 7:43 left. Monroy in shotgun. Going to do a little jet sweep around the right side. X-line takes it, gets it over the 15, goes out of bounds near the 20. See where they officially mark him there.
Yeah, those penalty yards, 49 yards of play difference thanks to those penalties. They marked them out here at about the 18, so 2nd down and 2 for Salem.
2nd down and 2, 7:38, their own 17-yard line. Again, X-Line's had himself a nice game. He's been very involved, the sophomore, in this ball game. Monroy wants to call his own number. He does. Breaks the tackle, gets it up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. That'll move the chains. 1st down, but if you're Salem now, I know there's still 7:30 left to go here in this ball game, Derek, but you got to get the ball back too.
Yeah, down 2 scores, and that clock's a ticking.
Hoover up 28-7 over Jackson in the 4th quarter. All right, here we go. Monroy 1st and 10. Back to pass. Throws it to his receiver. That is going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Owen Davidson, the junior. That'll stop the clock with 7:12 left to go here in the ball game. West Branch up 27-13. Again, West Branch hoping to lock up a first-round bye in round 1 of the playoffs. Both these teams are going. Salem has it 2nd down and 10. Monroy on the RPO keeps it himself, and it goes nowhere. He might even have they'll give him forward progress to the 21, and that is going to be it. That RPO fooled nobody. It'll be 3rd down for Salem. Third down and 8 from their own 21-yard line. Monroy comes out. Going to have Canna on his left hip. Trips to the left. Receiver to the right. 6:37 left. Salem down 27-13. Monroy back to pass. Pressure coming. Monroy looking. Still looking. Now he's going to tuck it and run up over the 25, up over the 30 to the 31. Is that going to be enough to move the chains? He's right there at the sticks, Derek.
Yeah, it'll depend on the spot. Maybe about a foot or 2 short.
No, he says first down. So he got it. Monroy scrambles on 3rd down and gets just enough for the first down. Salem drive continues. 6:09, though, clock running in this ball game, and they're down by 2 scores. Monroy in shotgun. Canna with him. Receiver to each side, 2 tight ends. Tight end now goes from left to right. Monroy, and we're going to have another flag.
Yeah, the left tackle moved early there.
False start on Salem. The penalty's really hurting the Quakers right now.
Yeah, this will be another 5 yards back, so that's quite a bit of yardage lost just this drive, thanks to penalties.
So now 1st and 15. Ball on the 26-yard line. Salem gets lined up. Going to have twins left, receiver to the right. West Branch showing blitz. Let's see if they bring it. Monroy in shotgun, back to pass. He's rolling out to his right. Now looking, avoids the pressure, still looking. Now he's going to let it loose for his wide receiver. That is going to be incomplete as he was looking for Owen Davidson. Incomplete pass broken up. I don't know if that was Hurst or Thomas that was back there.
That was Jake Weingart. He had that big 41-yard touchdown reception, then comes up big on defense, and that'll bring up second down and 15.
Second and 15 from their own 26-yard line for the Salem. There's
here.
another flag. And is this on Salem too?
An eligible man downfield. Coach Cooper declines that penalty to bring up second down here from the 26.
Salem breaks the huddle. It's second and 15 from their own 26. They're down 27-13. Monroy now under center. Going to turn. There's that toss to Canner, the short side. Canner's going to be stepped behind the line and dragged down by his jersey by one of the defenders for West Branch, number 57. That is Gavin Hang. He hanged on for that jersey and pulled him down. Huge play.
Big play there brings up third down and long here as Salem gets lined up.
Monroy trying to go on a quick one. Takes it around the short side. There was just nothing there. And that was number 61 for West Branch coming up big there. Tyler Sproul. Interesting play.
Yeah.
Coming up on 5 minutes to go to run a quarterback run to the short side of the field, Derek, where there just wasn't any room.
Yeah, we talked about, not having too much time, but you don't want to rush either, and that looked like a rush play.
Now it's 4th and 15 from their own 23 here. Salem's going to punt it. Interesting. They'll punt it. No one's back there for West Branch. It'll go and roll inside the 35 to on the 33-yard line. So Salem's going to hope their defense can get a stop here and get the ball back.
Interesting.
That's an interesting strategy with this West Branch offense.
But they were deep in their own territory. It was 4th and very long. So playing the odds there, you take the opportunity to flip the field.
Let me see here. Let me see. Hoover up 28-7 over Jackson. Manchester 14, Northwest 7. Running clock situation, Alliance over Marlington.
This one here's lived up to the billing, though.
Yeah, it has a little bit. All right, 1st and 10 for West Branch. Ball on their own 33-yard line. Hurst going to call his own number here on 1st and 10 as he will be hit behind the line, tackled back at the 35-yard line. So,
give him a gain of 1.
But again, 4:23 in clock running here, Derek. If you're Coach Johnson, at what point do those timeouts come into play here? Knowing it's not going to matter if you don't get the ball back and get that first score.
Yeah, I think if they're able to stop him here and force a third down and long, you might see Coach Johnson burn this first one.
Under 4 minutes to go. West Branch up 27-13. Hurst. No, Jeremiah Thomas in at quarterback now. He's going to take it himself. Jeremiah going to try to bounce it outside. Get the corner. He does. 35, 40, 45, 50. Still running. 49-yard line. First down into Salem territory, and he alertly cut it back inside to make sure he got tackled, and that clock kept running.
Yeah, he was out with a lower leg cramp, it looked like, but his legs looked fine there on that 16-yard 16-yard rush, rather. Sorry.
3:30 left to go in the ball game. West Branch has the clock running. At what point does Coach Johnson start going to those timeouts? Is this the possession he does? It probably has to be.
Absolutely.
Down 2 scores. West Branch.
Thomas remains lined up at quarterback.
Jeremiah Thomas in shotgun. Ooh. I was going to say, that's got to be a penalty. As Grady Hurst moved.
Coach Cooper was trying to get a timeout before the ref realized what was going on, but not going to win that.
No, Coach Coop. I don't blame you for fighting the good fight, but that's going to be a penalty on West Branch. Back him up. Is he still talking to the official? Coach Coop, always coaching.
Salem bring a few fresh bodies out onto the field.
First and 15 from the 45-yard line. Jeremiah Thomas back in at quarterback. You know they just want to run and run some clock right now. Problem is he's such a dangerous runner.
Right.
Thomas takes the snap, going to run it himself again. Looks for room, takes it up to maybe the 47, 48-yard line. Do they call a timeout yet? We're under 3 minutes to go. Huh. They will not. They will not. Second down and 13 for West Branch. I'm a little surprised, Derek, there was no timeouts being taken by Salem right now.
Yeah, here is.
You got to score twice.
Right.
All right, so clock continues to run. West Branch in no hurry to get out of the huddle. 2:30 left to go in the ball game. It's 2nd and 13. Hurst now back at quarterback. Hurst going to call his own number. Get it inside the 50, breaks a tackle, falls down around the 42-yard line. That'll set up a 3rd and short for West Branch. And that's going to bring it up to 2 minutes if a timeout's not called here. And we are now under 2 minutes. You can't take the time. Okay. This is interesting. I'm really surprised that these timeouts have not been taken.
Yeah, I mean,
with 1:45 left to go. I mean,
kind of leaving both of us speechless
Yeah.
here with the clock management here on Salem's side.
they have all three.
Coach Cooper will take a timeout
And Coach,
here.
Coach Cooper is going to call a timeout. He runs
play
as
clock,
much game clock as he can. There, I'm not trying to be disrespectful at all to Salem's coaching staff.
Absolutely not.
I don't understand.
I'm not quite sure the strategy here, but we're up here for a reason.
That's
and
true.
Coach
What do we
Johnson's
know?
down
Yeah,
there for a
yeah.
reason. So.
And Coach Johnson's done a great job with the Salem
Absolutely.
program for years.
A good season this year.
And again-
Entering tonight 6-3.
Yeah, and they're going to the playoffs.
Absolutely.
So, just really surprised to let the clock run out like this.
And you wonder with computer points being
You
what they are.
I thought about that. Is there maybe a certain opponent or something we read in the tea leaves of what would happen? And just like, you know what? We'll just play with yeah. There could be other factors at play. 1:36 left to go. West Branch up on Salem, 27-13. Jeremiah Thomas going to be in at quarterback again for this 3rd and 3 from the Salem 42-yard line. Jeremiah looks over the defense. Takes the snap. Going to run it to the left side. Jeremiah Thomas cuts back inside the 40, inside the 35. Still going inside the 30, down around the 29-yard line.
13-yard gain there for Thomas. Another first down.
And a first down.
And the clock will continue to
Will
run.
run. Coach Johnson's right there by the side, Judge.
At this point, I don't think West Branch even needs another first down.
No, and as you can tell, they're just going to let the West Branch is in no hurry to get out of the huddle. We're coming up on a minute 10 left to go here in the ball game. Perplexing. You hear the EBC chants as they are EBC champs yet again. Jeremiah Thomas. And we have a flag on the play. False start on West Branch. Well, that'll stop the clock. With 55 seconds left to go. It's appearing likely that West Branch is going to come out of here with the victory. And for Coach Cooper, still, this is his 4th year there, I believe.
Yes.
He has never lost a conference game.
The senior class.
This
never
senior
lost.
class is going to graduate. Never have losing an EBC game. How about that? Coach Cooper's only lost to one team in the regular season in his career, and it's Canfield. 1st and 15. Jeremiah Thomas takes the snap, falls down around the 37-yard line. So, I mean, what an amazing run they've been on with Coach Cooper as they're celebrating now With 19 seconds left, Coach Cooper wants everybody to come over. He's calling his players over to the sideline to shake hands.
Coach Johnson already at midfield.
Yeah, Coach John, he must have somewhere to go. Already at halftime, or at field, looking to get the handshakes going with Coach Johnson. As him and Cooper meet at midfield, and they're having a little talk there for a second. And that is your final score. A little surprising, just the ending.
Perplexed,
Yeah,
like you said.
Your
just
final
said it.
your final score: West Branch 27, Salem 13. That is your final here tonight. Salem will finish the regular season at 6-4. West Branch will finish the season at 9-1. Now we wait to see who Salem will play in round one, and we wait to see if West Branch held on to that first round bye. So that is your final score. Get you some area scores here real quick before we get out of here, and we'll get you some final stats as well. But let's get you some scores while Derek gets the stats ready here. Fourth quarter, Hoover up 35-14 over Jackson. Fourth quarter, 26-21, Tulsa over Fairless. Lake and Green are tied at 27. Are you kidding me right now? Carrollton up 38-14 over Minerva. Canton South up 49-35 over West Holmes. Perry up 28-0 over Glen Oak. Manchester up 14-0 over Northwest. Sandy Valley and Tuskegee Valley are tied at 14. Louisville beat Worcester 50-7. East Canton beat Malvern 7-6.
Wow.
That's a final now. How about that? And Canton Central 54-0 over St. Thomas Aquinas tonight. So how about those area scores? So East Canton beats Malvern. That is a huge win for East Canton on the last week of the season. A huge, huge win. Wow. So, do we have stats yet?
Yeah,
Derek?
West Branch quarterback Grady Hurst, 13-18 on the night, 164 yards, 2 touchdowns. Leading receiver was Jeremiah Thomas. He had 6 receptions for 55 yards. The big play of the second half, the 41-yard passing catch from Hurst to senior wide receiver Jake Weingart from 41 yards out. Leading rusher for the Warriors, Grady Hurst, ended the night 131 yards rushing on 16 attempts. Flipping it over here to Salem real quick. Got 41 yards on 7 of 10 for Cletus Monroy through the air. Their leading receiver was Byron Exline. He had 4 receptions for 29 yards. And leading rusher on the night was Brandon Canna. He had 73 yards on 21 attempts for their junior running back.
So there are your statistics for the game, but your final score, like I said, 27-13, West Branch beats Salem. West Branch wins the EBC. West Branch with a 9-win regular season again, and now they wait to see if they hold on to that bye that they've been fighting for. So congratulations to Coach Cooper. Congratulations to all the players and coaches. Congratulations to Coach Johnson from Salem for a good season, 6-4, and going to the playoffs. We'll have to wait and see where they're going to be next week. They're most likely going to be on the road.
Yes.
Next week in round 1 of the playoffs. All right, be sure to check our social. Go ahead, Derek.
Real quick, Lake Green headed to overtime. So if you're watching on YouTube, go over and listen to that one. That will be a wild finish there. Jay Wilhelm and Mike Voorhees on the call.
Head on over. They're going to overtime, tied at 27. Head there right now. Your final score one more time. West Branch 27, Salem 13. Check our social media tonight. Derek's going to go down. We'll be posting our photos on all our social media. He'll be getting some interviews as well with Coach Cooper and the EBC champ West Branch Warriors, playoff bound again. Be sure to check our social media for that. Wow. There you go. Final score, West Branch 27, Salem 13. This has been high school football brought to you by the Sarshone Auto Group right here on the Q92 Sports Network. Have a great night, everybody.